A Thursday night football game of the week is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Tennessee Safety Highway Office. Remember, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Now, to bring you tonight's action, here are Wade Neely and Scott Stewart.
And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. It's time for Thursday night high school football here once again on Main Street Media Radio, presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Alongside Scott Stewart, Wade Neely saying good evening. We come to you tonight from the campus of the brand spanking new James Lawson High School, where tonight the 2-0 Lightning will host the 1-1 Stratford Spartans here on our Main Street Preps Thursday night game of the week. Scott made the trip up. We got amazing weather. We got amazing digs. We're trending toward hopefully a great night of football here, my friend.
Yeah, I'm fired up about this. Of course, it was pretty interesting when we got here. The AD stopped us and said, "Hey, man, what brought y'all to James Lawson High School tonight?" I said, "Well, we're doing Thursday night game of the week, so it had to be on Thursday night." And I said, we looked on the schedule and saw that we were going to be able to come to this new facility up here, and that pretty much did it for us. And, hey, it was worth the trip. Wade, this is a $150 million campus built and basically took the place of Hillwood High School, the old Hillwood High School, and so it's pretty amazing place. And if you want to know kind of what the colors look like, the cheerleaders' uniforms kind of put you in mind of North Carolina. The field kind of puts you in the mind of the San Diego Chargers. The L on the field. It's James Lawson High School, and if you get a chance to come up here, it's pretty doggone impressive.
It certainly is, and we are delighted to be with you guys. It is another week back on the airwaves as part of Main Street Media Radio coverage, brought to you again by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And, Scott, we got a great matchup tonight on the field. You've talked about James Lawson. For a brand new school, they've started off with a bang. The Lightning are 2-0. They picked up an 18-15 win versus Cheatham County in week 1.
Right.
And they went on the road, and it maybe wasn't the prettiest, but they got a win 7-2 at Sycamore.
They're already the Cheatham County champions. Our James Lawson, they beat both Sycamore and Cheatham County, both in Cheatham County. So good job. Hey, when you can start off a program, of course, they had the foundation of Hillwood to build off of, which is really helpful. There's a lot of first-year schools that don't get that kind of foundation. They did, and they built on it already. But, hey, when you come out of the gate, there's a lot to starting a football program.
Yes, and you make a great point when we talk about the makeup of this roster. Yes, Hillwood was in place, but there's also some kids that have kind of transferred in. They have a senior class already in place, unlike where you see some of these schools that pop up. You got to wait 2 or 3 years before you get your sophomores or freshmen that graduate as that first graduating class. So they've already got upperclassmen on the roster. They have a talented team, and they are prepared to go. On the other side, Stratford, after a tough loss last week, as they started off the year with a 38-19 win at home versus Glencliff. You were hoping to follow it up with a home win versus McGavock, but McGavock wins 30-14. So Stratford kind of stubbed their toe a little bit, so to speak, last week. You know they'd love to come on the road and grab a big win tonight.
Yeah, Stratford, like you said, kind of looking to come in here and spoil James Lawson's happy feelings with their start, and their little brother across town now. Stratford wants to come in and show them what it's like. Stratford, as I was saying a while ago, one of the historic high schools, especially when it comes to football. I can remember going back to when I was in high school back in the 80s, and I'm sure it goes back further than that. So it's a pretty interesting as far as heritage and what these two teams have done. Brand new team just building a heritage. Another team coming in with a large heritage looking to do something.
Stratford comes in. They are the 3A squad. The Lightning are already thrust into the ranks of 5A. They're in the likes in terms of their region schedule with teams such as Hillsboro, Page, Nolensville, and Glencliff. So the James Lawson Lightning will try and get a win tonight versus Stratford. Talking about Stratford, we got to give a tip of the cap. He was a great
Shakespeare.
Well,
I'm sorry, never mind. I'll take that back.
You got to go way back to Stratford upon Avon there when you're talking about that. But Coach Law, Anthony Law, is in his first season with the Spartans here. He is actually not here tonight. He's been sick all week long. Chatted with him a little bit, and he says, obviously it's killing me not to be there Friday.
Yeah.
But he's going to tune in and keep tabs on the game. And what's really probably killing him, Scott, is the fact he can't coach the team, but especially coaching his two sons, including starting quarterback Justice Law, who is really thriving early this year for the Spartans. He's already completed 25 passes, thrown for 3 touchdowns. He had a really good junior season last year as the starter at Beach.
6'1", 195, senior quarterback, Justice Law, and on the team also with him is little brother, sophomore, 6'1", 170, wide receiver, defensive back, Jackson Law. So, and of course, you told me earlier they have a couple of brothers playing college football. So, obviously talented group of those first 2 names here on the roster. Obviously talented, but they've got a talent all the way down through here. We've marked Cortez Duncan as a possibility that we'll see. Vantrease White is another name that you're going to hear us call. Altavion Frazier and Jaden Reed. Easy for me to say. Just some names that we intend to call tonight here on the Stratford roster.
They've got a talented team, and James Lawson in their very first year of existence. We're playing at Lightning Stadium, folks, but across the way, they've already got all their facilities set up. You got Bolt Park.
Yep.
You got
and we've already been told for basketball season, Main Street Media Radio, when we get to basketball season, we got to come over here and do a game.
Where at?
The Thunderdome here for the Lightnings. The Lightnings play in the Thunderdome, Wade.
They have got the fancy digs here again. Brand new school over here in Bellevue, west side of town in Davidson County. It is a gorgeous backdrop for high school football tonight.
Is.
And we cannot wait to be with you guys. Again, our broadcast all season long is brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, reminding you that fans don't let fans drive drunk. And Scott, we've had 2 really great weeks and 2 really great ball games to start us off as Laverne knocked off West Creek in week 1 in a nail biter. Last week, Shelbyville rallies back to defeat Marshall County.
Yeah.
And tonight, we were hoping for 2 2-0 teams, but Stratford is a very talented 1-1 squad, so we should have a quality throwdown this evening. We will have a bye week next week as it stands right now. But don't worry, folks, because when we come back to the airwaves on September 14th, CPA at BGA.
Just a little bitty game between CPA and BGA, talking about some historic knockdown, drag-out ball games from Nashville's past. I can't wait to get to that ball game. I'm just here to tell you. Hey, by the way, I think it's us, Wade. I just want everybody to know that not only on these MSM games have we had good ball games, but everywhere we've been so far, Wade, you had an overtime game in your first week with Giles County. Last week, we went over to Hardin County, and we had a game that went down to the wire, 6-point ball game. I was up at Richland the first week, and they almost won went for 2
right at the end
against Lincoln County, so we've been here. I think we're bringing the good games. We're bringing the vibe, man, and it's all because you and I. I'm going to take the credit anyway. I'm not scared to.
Well, I certainly respect that because I don't want to. The football gods are a fickle breed, and I don't want to.
They are, yes, they are. I've been
on.
paying my homage to them for many, many more years than you, so I'm going to go ahead and step out a little bit.
I understand that totally, and so it is a fantastic. After the heat wave that we had last week, yes, temperatures have been hot again during daytime hours, but it has been a fantastic evening as the sun is slowly setting. Just off to our west here. We're actually broadcasting outdoors tonight, just outside the press box, as we've got a great setup at a great facility. And as soon as the band gets their situation finalized for the anthem, we'll take a quick break.
Here come I see the Lawson captains are coming out. So, and then also here's the Stratford. So we'll get those guys lined up.
We're creeping closer and closer toward our opening kick. If you're just tuning in, we're on the campus of the brand new James Lawson High School. We're at Lightning Stadium. He's Scott Stewart. I'm Wade Neely, and our producer back at Main Street Preps headquarters is the great one, Justin Kulik. So good to be with you guys. We will step aside for a timeout as we get our teams out on the field and we get our anthem in the books. When we come back, we will have your coin toss and we will get you prepped for kickoff. Don't go anywhere, folks. It is going to be a dandy this evening as you are listening to Main Street Preps Thursday night game of the week high school football coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Back right after this.
At Dixon Tater Shack, we take loaded baked potatoes to a whole new level. We're not just any potato joint, we're the best this side of the Mason-Dixon line. Whether you're a traditionalist who loves classic flavors or a culinary adventurer seeking bold new combinations, we've got you covered. Located at 728 East College Street. Dine in or take out. Follow us on Facebook. Call us at 615-740-7111.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Complete Service Heat and Air is a trusted provider of top-notch heating and cooling solutions dedicated to ensuring optimal comfort and efficiency for residential and commercial spaces. Complete Service Heat and Air is located in White Bluff, Tennessee. We do service and repair on heating and air the right way 24/7. Service, call us at 615-797-3997. Serving Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon, Hickman, Humphreys, Montgomery, and Williamson counties.
Let's visit with Laura from Moxie Pest Control.
What separates us from other companies in Tennessee, our mission to our customers is to always improve the quality of life. We're considered a full encompassing service, so we're going to take care of 50 plus different pests, and we'll always have your back.
Call Moxie Pest Control at 615-469-5710. That's 615-469-5710. Or visit them at moxieservices.com.
Welcome to the GR Group at Cry Like Realtors. Our team is comprised of seasoned veterans, military spouses, and other real estate professionals with strong ties to the military community. We specialize in helping our clients buy and sell homes, as well as providing comprehensive services for commercial and land properties. Whether you're relocating to the area, interested in buying or selling a home, or looking for commercial or land properties, the GR Group has the expertise and resources to help you achieve your real estate goals. Contact the GR Group today.
Winning teams continually refine and add to their game plan. Just take a peek inside the Delta Dental Playbook. In addition to dental plans, Delta Dental now offers Delta Vision, a vision plan that you can add on to your dental plan for a little more than $8 a month. $8. The same math as a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Check them out at deltadentaltn.com. Delta Dental. They put the C in Tennessee.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Let's visit with Laura from Moxie Pest Control.
What separates us from other companies in Tennessee, our mission to our customers is to always improve the quality of life. We're considered a full encompassing service, so we're going to take care of 50 plus different pests, and we'll always have your back.
Call Moxie Pest Control at 615-469-5710. That's 615-469-5710. Or visit them at moxieservices.com.
right, we looking at the captains out there tonight. We've got for Lawson, we got Mason Hawk, Juan Lopez, Cam Shields, and Ryan Collins. For Stratford, you got Philip Lee and Ladarian Ware. And the coin is just seconds away from being tossed, Wade.
Man, it feels good out here tonight.
0.7 seconds left on the clock.
Lightning
Yeah,
will wear.
it does feel like great.
Yeah, it feels
Well, I tell you
great.
what, this a week ago, I was about as miserable as I've ever been calling a football game. Whew. Looking into that sun and it being 100 degrees outside. Stratford will receive. I hadn't looked at the compass way to see which way is which. I guess that's west. I guess they will be going to the east with the west behind, with the sun setting behind their backs. And kicking off will be the home team Lawson. Second home game, third game ever. As we said, they're already the Cheatham County champions, having beaten the Sycamore War Eagles and the Cheatham County Cubs. So now they'll be playing a 3A team, so they're not going up in class, but they are going to mix it up with another Nashville team, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They keep things close to home for the first time, as this is going to be a dandy here this evening.
By the way, we mentioned several Stratford players we look to see. I got some intel looking for a couple of different quarterbacks. One of them being Wilson Anton, and another being more of a Wildcat would be Cam Shields, more of a Wildcat set for that young man. You got wide receiver safety Mason Hawk. You've got Cedric Owens, who's a wide receiver. You got Duran Head, who's going to be maybe a kick return. On the defensive line, outside linebacker, we'll be looking for names like Xavier Pratt from the safety position. DJ Rucker, also wide receiver. So those are just some names you're going to hear. So we've already got delay of game. No, unsportsmanlike conduct against the two teams.
I love that.
Uniform violations.
Okay. You noted, by the way.
I wonder if it's the colors, because it's different. Usually the home team's wearing dark and the road team's wearing white. Well, it's swapped up tonight. It's white lightning, as you called it.
Now we are ready for play. And there is a deep kick that will be fielded by Stratford, bobbled at around the 10, picked up by Marquis Mitchell. Mitchell now is going to sweep to his right, running toward his far sideline there, as it were. And he gets out to around the 20-yard line, where we officially see the offense take the field. Welcome in, folks. You're listening to Thursday night high school football coverage on Main Street Preps, Main Street Radio, presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. That's Scott Stewart. I'm Wade Neely, and again, our producer, the great one, Justin Kulik.
Leonard ran a long way to get those 10 yards. That was Andrew Hunter I'm sorry, I take that back. That was Humphrey Glendarius for Stratford. Taken down. I'm sorry, I take that back. It was Mitchell, and it was Hunter that brought him down. I'll catch up in a minute, Wade.
You drove. I'm willing to.
Yeah.
Your mental faculties are a touch behind.
Well, I'm trying to figure out which roster I'm supposed to be looking at. There's another young man that's being sent off the field. We had the 2 offset penalties for equipment or uniform violations, and I'm wondering if that's not the same thing here. A large man has taken his place.
Now we're officially ready for play. First snap for the Spartans here, and we have a penalty marker.
Too many people moving at the same time, look like to me.
Yep. So we'll back it up 5 yards. Scott and I are here. Justin's our producer, as we said. Russell Venozzi with Main Street Preps is also in the house tonight. He's patrolling the sidelines. We have got you covered really every which way on this game tonight. Back it up. 1st and 10. They send Mitchell in motion, and Law is going to run a speed option to Mitchell. There's the toss, and Mitchell's got a huge hole out on the far sideline, galloping out to around the 27 or so. And a great pickup after the penalty, 2nd and short upcoming.
Stratford looks like they're going to want to move fast. They're going to pick up about 5 plus 7, 12 yards on that. So it's going to be 2nd down and 3 now. And they're going to move fast.
shotgun, a pistol formation, if you will. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right, firing in the slot. It is caught, and a great grab by Vantrese White Jr., who is an extremely talented sophomore. He has the grab. He has the first down. He's brought down at around the 41-yard line. They are really high on this young man who's already gotten off to a great start.
Nice little hook there, and they're moving too fast for me to keep up with stats tonight. Just going to let you know. First and 10 at the 42.
Little personnel shuffling here as Lawrence Patterson will check in here. And a give on the first down, rushing hard over the right side out to Tavian Frazier, who's a freshman back. He needed 10. He picked up a slight more than that. It is a first down, but there's an injured Spartan back behind the play.
42, that's 8. That's 13 yards on that run. So big chunk play so far. As maybe we can take a minute here and catch up, figure out where we are. So 12 to the 15, that's the 27, and then the 27 out to the 42 would have been 15. So big chunk plays. We're talking about 12, 15, 13 yards of a chunk right now for Stratford. And they're moving fast, Wade. No huddle, trying to keep the defense on their toes. So far, they mixed it up well. That good run that we saw a while ago where he pitched it out to Mitchell, that was a excellently executed play by both the quarterback and the running back. And the spacing was perfect to pick up that chunky yardage. And in this pass here, nobody was even on the receiver, White, as he hooked up right there about 10 yards outside off the line of scrimmage.
6'4", 320-pound offensive lineman freshman, Taquavius Duncan. Slow to get up and slow to head to the sideline, but he is off the field. Just under 11 minutes to go. This is the opening drive of the ball game. Stratford's got white bottoms, black tops, black helmets, orange trim. And on 1st and 10, Law fakes the give and then calls his own number. And a good surge up the middle. Anthony Kennedy, one of the linebackers, leading the charge there to help bring down Law. A small gain at best.
No gain.
No gain for Law, they officially mark it as he hops back in. Again, trips to the left. Single receiver out to the right. Waiting for the snap, now receiving, dropping, firing, right in the seam. That pass is caught, and that's Marquis Mitchell. And Mitchell has plenty enough for a first down. Great drive underway here for these Stratford Spartans.
And that's going to be about a 17-yard pickup.
Fresh set of downs here. They reset the chains at the 28-yard line. Give up the middle. And a nice-looking tote for Stratford, but a second solo tackle for Anthony Kennedy, who's a strong linebacker here. Good presence for Kennedy to bring that ball carrier to the turf. About 1.5 yard gain there.
No time to breathe.
Toss into the slot, and it is Nashawn Holbert. Holbert does a good job of cutting up field. He's out to the 20. Stratford is dumping the ball to a couple of different receivers here. The 5'8", 165-pound sophomore, Nashawn Holbert, receiving that one there. Sets up 3rd and 2.
Pick up about 7, Wade. And so far, James Lawson is really paying a lot of respect to these wide receivers.
Law pump faking. He called his own number on the run pass option and then is caught out in no man's land and brought down. Aiden Merlin. Merlin gets the crowd fired up with a great play individually there. Maybe a small game, but it's going to be 4th down. Opening drive of the ball game, and it's decision time. Again, head coach Anthony Law not here tonight. He's been sick all week. Wishing him well, but this is a big decision. They will go for it. And just prior, we have a penalty, and it's a procedure penalty.
Oh, my goodness.
Against the Spartans. Wow.
Makes it 4th down and 6.
4th down and 6, Wade. Ball is going to be nestled on just inside the 25-yard line.
The Spartans have one of their linebackers listed as a kicker, but they're not thinking kick here. They're going to go for it yet again. Law dropping back. Now he's going to flee to his left. He finds a man. It is hauled in, and a great grab by Vantrese White, the sophomore, churning and clawing his way upfield. He has the first down, and on 4th and 6, White cuts upfield and picks up the first down.
Picks up 12, man. He gave up ground to start with, and it scared me to death, Wade. I thought he was going to get tackled back there, but he worked his way through traffic and was able to pick up the first down at 10 there about the 12-yard line.
8 to go here, opening quarter, opening drive. And it's intercepted in and out of the hands of a receiver, and it is picked up by James Lawson, streaking down the near sideline, and still running
Jared
with the
Butler.
ball is Christian O'Neal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong one.
O'Neal bringing it down to the 15. Picked off deep in the red zone, in and out of the hands of the Stratford wideout, and just rumbling down the sideline.
75 yards on the return, Wade, down to the 15-yard line.
Christian O'Neal with the biggest play of the night thus far, and the Lightning are in business. 7:43 to go, scoreless in this opening quarter.
7:43 left here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for James Lawson, and, man, they needed that because Stratford was moving the ball down the field on them, especially through the pass. And that's always going to hurt. That's always going to get in the offensive team's head, Wade, is that you're moving the ball, and then you turn it around. Next thing you know, your opponent's got the ball going in at your 17-yard line.
Stratford subbing on some personnel late here. And the officials are trying to get the play clock reset. Yeah, now they have it set. First snap here. It is Cam Shields. This kid does it all for James Lawson. And he does it all in style from 17 yards out, taking the quarterback sweep to the left. One play, one score. The hometown Lightning strike first here on Main Street Preps Thursday night action.
Shield has the fans here at, as you said, James Lawson High School fired up with his 17-yard run. So, and to put the Lightning up 6-0.
One interception, one offensive play, and in the blink of an eye, it's 6-0, and the score remains 6-0. The PAT is off to the right. What a wild start to this game. The Spartans drive down, but turn it over, and the Lightning strike first when we come back here in 60 seconds. 6-0 is your score at James Lawson High School.
Let's visit with Laura from Moxie Pest Control.
What separates us from other companies in Tennessee, our mission to our customers is to always improve the quality of life. We're considered a full encompassing service, so we're going to take care of 50 plus different pests, and we'll always have your back.
Call Moxie Pest Control at 615-469-5710. That's 615-469-5710. Or visit them at moxieservices.com.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
That ball will roll into the end zone for a touchback.
After an interception, James Lawson from its own 17-yard line. Shields rumbles in, virtually untouched. 6-0 your score. The ensuing kickoff trickles into the end zone alongside Scott Stewart. Wade Needley saying hello. And Scott, what a fantastic start for James Lawson after the interception, striking quickly.
Well, yeah, and as I said a minute ago, as Stratford was on a 9-play drive, had covered 68 yards, 7:43. They were going in from about the 12-yard line, and that ball bounced off the wide receiver's hands right into the young man's hands, O'Neal, and everything turned on its head right at that point.
Can the Spartans regroup? They also had an offensive line injury on that drive, and they barely get this play away, but they do snap it with 1 second left on the play clock. Give up the middle, not there. And a couple
Anderson again.
Of Lightning players flying in. A host of Lightning, as they call it over the PA here. Well said, as there were 3 young men converging on the football, 2nd and 10.
Second 10 at the 20-yard line. They're going to go fast again, Wade. And that was also Anderson again on that tackle. And oh, my goodness.
Give right up the middle, right into the teeth. And the Lightning again have as many as 3 players there, including big DJ Rucker, number 44, flying to the ball and making a stop.
And that was Anderson again with Rucker on that. He's going to lose yardage on that one. Usually a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
All that momentum that Stratford had on that first drive has apparently gone out the window. It's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, I tell you, it gets in your head when you do something like that, Wade. Almost every time, the play caller and the quarterback and everybody.
6:40 to go. They go deep on a little curl right over
to brother.
The meat of the defense there. Yeah, Justice Law, the QB, finding brother Jackson Law. They needed 12 and 13. They pick up about 14, just barely getting the first.
Got what they needed. Gets them out to the out to the 31-yard line.
Same pistol formation here. Haven't really changed up the formation a ton at any time tonight. They'll throw for it in the flat. It is caught, hauled in, and a good little grab. Not much on the run after catch. Mitchell was brought down. Cam Shields, who just scored the touchdown. For a 5A team, you don't traditionally see a ton of superstars going both ways, but Shields is doing it all right now, bringing the stop there and limiting the damage. They actually say no gain, 2nd and 10.
No gain on that play. Yeah, I'm glad to see that Stratford's going back to the air game because it looks like that's what they're going to have to do to get this to get the ball moving here.
5:50 to go, opening quarter.
My goodness, what a pass.
Beautiful ball right over the seam, and it's another turnover. Caught over the middle by Law, fumbling right at the 50, and the Lightning fall on it. This is unbelievable, folks. Stratford moving the ball very well at times, but they have 2 drives, and they now have their 2nd turnover. James Lawson takes over just inside midfield at the Stratford 49.
I think our friend Chris Bledsoe would call that Christmas time, and you can't be playing Santa Claus when you're playing a good team, and that's what's going on right now. Stratford's giving the ball away, and this time they're giving it away at the 49-yard line, at their own 49-yard line.
5:42 to go. Still in the first quarter here. We kicked off just a couple minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. Gorgeous night for high school football. Driving left to right, east to west, and a nice sweep here out of the backfield for Cedric Owens. Very versatile player like Shields. He gets the edge, and he picks up about 14 yards or so. Big pickup there for a fresh set of downs.
49 down to the 36, so it's 13 yards in the first down.
So they don't score on their first play this drive. Let's see what they got on play number 2 here. It is a traditional give up the middle. Good job flying to the football. That's Burnell McBee, all 5'9", 260 of the defensive lineman making the stop there. No gain on the play.
Fast and Furious here, Wade. The Lightning are taking a few minutes to actually huddle up and get a play in before. Stratford's moving so fast it's hard to even keep up with what's going on. And, that may be something they want to look at. Of course, that may be the way they play.
Shields is going to roll to his left. He has a man. It is hauled in by his counterpart, Owens. The 2 playmakers linking up. Cedric Owens out of the arm of Cam Shields. And a big gain and a first down for James Lawson. We have another injured player down for Stratford.
Call that 16 yards. Big chunk plays we were talking about earlier. That's what Lawson was getting. But now, that's what Stratford was getting. Now Lawson's moving the ball the other way with these big chunk plays. Good pass. Every time that the young quarterback, number 20 there, Shields, takes off, everybody thinks he's running, and that left Owens wide open, actually out there one-on-one, and I don't think anybody's going to cover that young man one-on-one.
That was Vernell McBee, who just made the stop defensively. He's dinged up on the play. 2 linemen now for Stratford have gone to the sideline with injury. Lightning come out. And they have it on the far side hash. 4:34 to go. We're in the opening quarter. It's a 6-0 ball game. Now a full house backfield look here and a give up the middle. Stratford has it scouted, but bouncing out and still on his feet out to the left is Peyton Ware. Good job of Ware, bottled up the middle and then bouncing it to the outside for a good gain. It'll be coming up 2nd and short here for the Lightning.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 2. He picked up about 8. The Stratford defense did a good job of getting in there and stopping that up the middle, but then they left contain, let him get outside the containment, and he got all the way down to the 12.
Under 4 to go now. Opening quarter. Stratford has moved the ball very well on both drives. They were intercepted after a deflection on the opening drive, and they fumbled at midfield on drive number 2.
Jailbreak.
2nd and 2. Popping loose is Ware. Second time in as many plays that he just was bottled up, but then he wiggled out of danger. He picks up a yard, brings up 3rd and inches here for the hometown Lightning. They lead it 6-0 late in this first quarter.
Yeah, Stratford that time was really bringing about half the team, or everybody but about a couple of players. They still bottled him up inside, and he still got loose for a yard. Really, I thought there was going to be a play for loss. So good job by Ware to break free and at least make something out of a bad situation.
3rd and inches. Still in the shotgun here. They have an H-back in there. And Shields is going to take a convoy of blockers. Running to his right. He is gone. He is untouched. From around 11 yards out, 2nd rushing touchdown of the night for Cam Shields. And it's 12-0. James Lawson cashing in on 2 free possessions and converting them both to go up a couple of scores here on a Thursday night. This place is rocking at Lightning Stadium now.
You know, the one thing I like about what Lawson's doing here, Wade, the coaching staff, is they did a lot of different stuff. They gave it to 11. They threw the ball to 84 some. They did other things and got everybody kind of concentrating on other stuff. And then the quarterback Shields took it, and nobody had a chance. Going to have a penalty on the extra point there.
Could go against Stratford here. You were right. The balanced offense and kind of just inserting a couple different players, a couple different wrinkles. Coach Lilly, he's a defensive guy coming over from Brentwood Academy, but he's got a great offensive coordinator, Jeremiah Oatsball, former Brentwood Academy quarterback. He played at a couple of different
I think we're going to end up going for 2 spots here with the penalty.
Yeah, you're right. They're huddling up. I think we're lining up for a 2-point attempt here.
Or they brought them back off the field, so it looked like they may be changing their mind to go for 2 here because they missed the extra point. It's 6-0. It's a 12-0. 2-point conversion would get you back on the regular scoring schedule for a regular 7-point possessions when you score. And yeah, I believe that's right. The offense is coming back out, Wade, from about the 2-yard line.
Shields has got a big bruising DJ Rucker beside him in the backfield. Let's see what Oatsball draws up at the coordinator position here. And it is a give. It is a draw to Rucker.
To the big man.
Ooh, and it's going to be close. They're still fighting, and it looks like he might have got in. He did.
He did.
There was
he was leaning. He was on 1 foot, hopping, pushing. And half of Stratford hanging on to him. He falls in for the 14-0 lead.
There was a convoy of folks right there at the point of contact. But the 2-point conversion is good. And your new score, James Lawson 14, Stratford 0. Scott and I will be back from Bellevue in 30 seconds. You're listening to Main Street Preps Thursday night football coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Thursday night game of the week presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. 14-0 your score. Stratford is stripped of the football on the kickoff. Are you kidding me? It looks like the Lightning have fallen on it at the 33. Unreal start. The Arians Guerrier picks it up. And my goodness, this is a dream start. The Lightning only scored 7 points last week.
Yeah. In a 7-6 win, scored only 15 with a 2-point conversion in their first week. They're going to match their total for the year here in the first quarter if they score real quick here.
What a wild start to this ball.
I'm going to have
game.
to call out Chris Bledsoe again. Santa Claus, Stratford is playing Santa Claus tonight, putting the ball on the ground. You can't give the ball away like that and expect to win football games. And that is exactly what Chris Bledsoe says. 100%.
Trips to the left. Shields calling his own number.
Right
up the middle. Needs a block. Got it. They got to make one man miss. Yep. Yeah. Block in the back downfield.
It was the same number 28 out there. It was the same young man that intercepted that pass, O'Neal, blocking on the corner. And I'm not sure that he was blocking in the back as much as the guy turned on him. But they're going to call holding instead of the block in the back. So he must have grabbed a hold of him. Anyway, that's going to bring back a scoring play.
Shields is dynamic and explosive back there. And that was kind of in our pregame. Both teams have a ton of playmakers. And the 5A Lightning lead this contest 14-0. They maintain possession, walking it back after the penalty out to the 34-yard line of the Spartans. Still moving left to right in this opening period here. Man in motion. Faking with Owens, who now settles in the right side slot. They give up the middle. Little wiggle there from Ware. And this time he is corralled. A couple of players converging on the tackle there. Terrence Morrow, who's a junior. He's kind of one of the main ones in for the Spartans. You can also throw in Sean Kenner, a senior, on the tackle. 2nd and 11 after they mark this off here.
You got to say, give a little credit to the Stratford defense. They have been put in a very bad spot so far in this ball game, and have played really well up the middle. It's been on the edges where they've been gotten sealed off, and really allowed the big plays.
2nd and 11, still trips to the left. They still give to Ware up the middle. Maybe fooled the Spartans a little bit. Thought for sure they might throw there, but instead they run it right into the teeth and into the second level. Good run for Ware. Very manageable 3rd down. Here's the ball out to the Spartan 25. We still got 1:20 to go in this opening quarter. The hometown Lightning off to a dream start, up 14-0.
Stratford trying to find something good to happen. They'd love to get one of these giveaways back. And look at the man in the backfield with Rutgers back there again with Shields.
A bruising presence. This time he's in for blocking purposes, and he slightly paves the way. But Shields has met as many as 4 players. Altavion Frazier, one of the freshman linebackers, kind of got the last lick in right there. You are 100% correct. This defense put in a horrible spot, but they are doing the best they can right now for the Spartans.
There was a 0 gain on that. 4th and 3 at the 25-yard line.
About a 15-second differential between play clock and game clock, so they will have to snap it one more time here. And right now they're going to line up and go for it.
Rucker behind Shields again. Shields in the shotgun.
4th and 3. Play clock down to 5. And you're going to have to take a timeout. Coach Lilly burning one here for the Lightning. James Lawson leading this contest 14-0. Scott and I will be back in 30 seconds. We're right at the end of the first quarter. Timeout with a 4th down upcoming. You're listening to Main Street Preps Thursday night game of the week coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Let's visit with Laura from Moxie Pest Control.
What separates us from other companies in Tennessee, our mission to our customers is to always improve the quality of life. We're considered a full encompassing service, so we're going to take care of 50+ different pests, and we'll always have your back.
Call Moxie Pest Control at 615-469-5710. That's 615-469-5710. Or visit them at moxieservices.com.
16 seconds, 15.9 to be exact, remaining here in the very first quarter, alongside Scott Stewart and our producer, the great one, Justin Kulik. I'm Wade Neely. This has been all James Lawson thus far, cashing in on now a third turnover. But we have reached a critical play. 4th down, 3 to go. Ball resting at the Stratford 25. Lawson sending a man in motion. We got a reverse and a toss from,
but he got out.
Mason Hawk, who gets
up.
free. There is a late flag that comes in.
Is it going to be before it was late? Is it going to be before? Was it a unsportsmanlike after the play, or was it because it's right there at the point of attack, so it's hard to tell right now.
Oatsball's calling a great game tonight. We got crackback block against the Lightning here. And that will push it back, and it negates what was a great play there. The double reverse out of the timeout.
Andy Chum would say that was why he got so many yards.
He was wide open.
Going to move the ball out to the 35-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down and 13 back there. It looks like we're going to get some type of kicking unit.
And that will trigger the clock to start. And at least for now, Lawson lines up like they're going to kick. Going to maybe punt from around midfield. At least line up to punt near midfield. We will take a timeout. What a wild quarter. James Lawson cashes in on 2 different turnovers. They lead at 14-0. Scott and I will be back right after this. You're listening to Main Street Prep's Thursday night game of the week coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
At Dixon Tater Shack, to a whole new level. We're not just any potato joint. We're the best this side of the Mason-Dixon line. Whether you're a traditionalist who loves classic flavors or a culinary adventurer seeking bold new combinations, we've got you covered. Located at 728 East College Street. Dine in or take out. Follow us on Facebook. Call us at 615-740-7111.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Complete Service Heat and Air is a trusted provider of top-notch heating and cooling solutions dedicated to ensuring optimal comfort and efficiency for residential and commercial spaces. Complete Service Heat and Air is located in White Bluff, Tennessee. We do service and repair on heating and air the right way 24/7. Service, call us at 615-797-3997. Serving Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon, Hickman, Humphreys, Montgomery, and Williamson counties.
We did have a quick punt right out of the timeout there, and to begin the second quarter, punting away from right around midfield down to around the 10-yard line. Pretty good little net there for the Lightning. Really, Scott, the only blemish of this quarter for James Lawson. They have forced 3 turnovers already, and Stratford is definitely behind the 8 ball with the hometown Lightning up 14-0. First play of the second quarter. Moments away.
And they're backed up in their own end zone. It's going to be hard to do a lot of passing out of this, although that's where they've made most of their yardage. And really, I hope they take a little bit in between plays because they really don't need to be rushing this ball down the field.
Law has a man on the slant, near side slant, tossing it to his brother.
Shows you what I know. And they're going fast again too, all the way out to the 17-yard line. So it's an 8-yard pass, law to law.
14-zip your score. Stratford moved the ball well on its first drive in particular, but really moving it well on their second before both drives ended in a turnover. Then they fumbled the kickoff.
Yeah, I guess the key is hold on to the ball. Yeah.
Pump fake here. They toss it far side now.
Hold on to it.
And it is grabbed on that far sideline. I believe that's Glendarius Humphrey all the way on that far side. And correction, that is Vantrese White. Again, he is a really talented sophomore, and he picks up enough for the first down.
5-yard gain, first down. That's a good way to get the ball out from under your own field goal back there. Keep the ball moving just like they are now.
Quality carry up the middle here. Anthony Kennedy, one of the ones to greet the ball carrier, Altavion Frazier. Sets up second and about 6 here. 14-0 is the score. Lightning late subbing some personnel on here. Now they've got everybody lined up. Stratford moving very quickly offensively.
Got him.
Law had a man,
sideline.
couldn't find him. Now he's going to tuck and run to his left, and Law stretches the ball out beyond the sticks for the first down.
He had his little brother down the sideline here. He had a gap. He could, and I know he's got the arm for it, but he had too much harassment there, I guess you'd say, and had to take the ball and run, but not before we got a first down, though.
They had trips to the left almost every play in the first. Now there's trips to the right here as the Spartans move left to right in this second quarter. Eons of time for Law, who uncorks his deepest pass of the night. A little deep in route there for Marquis Mitchell, but it falls at his feet, incomplete.
I think that's his first incomplete, other than I guess you'd count the interception as an incomplete, but I believe that was his first.
Yeah, and it's worth noting the interception. It's unfortunate for Law because it was bobbled. Receiver probably should have hauled that in. 2nd and 10 now. Spartans, run pass option, dumped in the flat. Ooh, nearly an incompletion there, but it is hauled in by Mitchell. And if you don't tackle, Stratford can make you pay, as Mitchell looked like he was hemmed up. That was off in the boundary right there, and Mitchell just wiggled out of danger and picks up plenty of yardage and has a first down right near midfield.
It's about 14 yards out to the 47, Wade. And yeah, you said it exactly right. You got to get on. You got to tackle these men, get them on the ground.
Stratford 1-1. James Lawson 2-0. Week 3 of high school football across the state of Tennessee. And we have a penalty, against the Spartans here. If you missed our open, Law, the quarterback, brother Jackson Law, Justice Law quarterback, Jackson Law, the sophomore receiver. 2 older brothers playing collegiately, one at Army, and Coach Anthony Law.
He's at home sick.
He's at home sick tonight, which is, just killing him. But this will shock.
Especially with his team putting the ball on the ground like they have.
This will shock nobody, but he said football is in our DNA.
Yeah, I would think so.
So he said whether it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, we ball all the time. 1st and 15 after the penalty. Law will roll to his right.
He may have been across the line of scrimmage when he threw that.
Pass was incomplete.
Pretty sure he was.
Yeah, it was very close. Good coverage downfield for Juan Lopez.
2nd and 15 now, Wade, back at the 42-yard line.
This has been a fun ball game thus far. We told you guys it was going to be explosive. 14-0 with 9:53 to go. We're in quarter number 2. On a simply gorgeous night over here on the west side of Davidson County. Law glancing to the sideline. It's an empty backfield. Twins to his right, trips to his left.
Timeout.
And timeout taken by the Stratford coaching staff. We will step aside for a quick break as well. Back in 60 seconds. 14-0 your score. You're listening to Main Street Prep's Thursday night game of the week coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Winning teams continually refine and add to their game plan. Just take a peek inside the Delta Dental Playbook. In addition to dental plans, Delta Dental now offers Delta Vision, a vision plan that you can add on to your dental plan for a little more than $8 a month. $8. The same math as a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Check them out at deltadentaltn.com. Delta Dental. They put the C in Tennessee.
Out of the timeout on 2nd and long.
My
Law
goodness.
will fire in the
My
slot,
goodness.
and what a snag by Vantrese White. But
It's
the
not the
run
snag.
after the catch, even more impressive. He needed 15, and he picks up about 17. What a connection between those two.
Absolutely ran over half the defense and got that first down, 1st and 10. That's an amazing catch and run by Whitehead.
Xavier Spratt, one of the players to greet him there. And now a give up the middle. They'll slow things down a touch with Marquis Mitchell. 14-0 your score. Stratford took the opening kick, marched all the way down the field, turned it over at the Lawson 15. Interception returned deep into enemy territory. 7-0 there. Fumbled on their second drive. Again, 14-0. And the Spartans trying to claw back in it. 2nd and long. Law throwing over the middle. And a huge, I'm talking bone-crunching tackle made by Cam Shields. We told you guys he does it all. Hardy with 2 rushing touchdowns.
And he really pulled off of him a little bit.
Yeah.
He could have hit him a whole lot harder than that. He was the pass was to number 81, Carlos Franklin. And it did pick up about 4 yards.
Big tackle there. 3rd and long. Law pump fakes. Now he's going to tuck. Is he going to run? No, he's firing downfield. He has 2 men in the area, but neither one able to come up with the ball.
I wonder if he got across the line of scrimmage that time. He's flirting with it.
There is a penalty marker. He's right up on the cusp of going across the line. Mitchell
he
and
can
White.
go all the way, by the way, as long as he's got anything behind the line when he lets that ball go.
They call holding.
Okay.
Mitchell and White were in the area. Law is so impressive. He threw for nearly 1,000 yards and almost double-digit touchdowns at Beach last year.
He's very impressive physically, obviously, coming from the family that we've talked about. He's got a cannon for an arm, and I tell you, I've been impressed with his receivers. They got some sticky hands, except for that one play where it went off the receiver's hands. It's pretty. If it's in the area, they're sticking it. They're hanging on to it. And that run by Whitehead a while ago was something to be impressed with. I'm sorry, Vantrese White.
8:10 to go now till half. Big play, 3rd and 15. Empty backfield. Law takes the shotgun snap. Tons of time. He throws one deep and out of the back of the end zone. You want to talk about arm strength, folks. Vantrese White was the nearest receiver. He didn't even really have a shot, and the incompletion just sailed out of the back of the end zone. He threw that every bit of 55, maybe even 60 yards, but it'll be a punting situation.
And as much as you get the ball down where they got it to, got all the way down to the 43, 42-yard line, you really like to see them do something with it. But, right now, as bad as things have gone for Stratford, they're down by two scores and about to flip the field. You would think. We'll make sure we say that.
Law is the punter. He stands back at his own 35. Wobbly snap, a lot of pressure, but Law gets it away. A knuckling kick, fielded and bobbled, and it's loose.
It's going to be catch interference.
Yep, there is a flag that comes down. Stratford, at least for right now, looks like they have possession, but going to be for naught. A dangerous return there. Peyton Ware. Guts of a burglar, as they say, partner. He just came flying up to make the grab.
Yeah.
He got bumped into. So
wait a minute. They're going to call. Okay, yeah. Kick interference on Stratford, which is going to be about a 10-yard penalty from the 25. It's going to get them out to the 35 or 40. Is it 10 or 15? Looks like it's 15. They're going to get out to the 40. So they didn't get to flip the field as much as they had hoped. But, considering where James Lawson has started all their drives this game, the 40 is a long way to go. They've been inside the 30 on just about every one of their drives so far.
7:48 to go. This has been a picture-perfect night for high school football, and it's been a picture-perfect start for James Lawson. Brand new school, 2-0. 2 close ball games. A little breathing room right now, up a couple of scores midway through the second quarter. Shields sends a man in motion, now gives it on 1st and 10. Pretty good carry up the middle there, but closed quickly.
Run by number 26.
Alterion Frazier in on that tackle. Zero gain on the play.
Second down and 10.
Carried by number 26, Boga, LaChance Boga.
First carry of the night for Boga. The 5A Lightning, they got a lot of players going both ways, but they have a couple specialists as well, including Boga there, who just got in the action.
Man, they are
and
back
this
there in
play
that
is
backfield.
blown up. Stratford nearly mistimed the blitz there, but they just timed it perfectly. And a great effort flying into the backfield.
Brings up 3rd down and 10 for the
And it's
Lightning.
quickly 3rd and 10. Suddenly the Lightning have lost a lot of their zip here offensively.
Well, for the first time, Stratford could play a little aggressive on defense, Wade. I mean, you think about it, they've been pretty much on their heels the whole first half.
Clock is rolling, 6:35 to go. James Lawson working right to left in this second period. Stratford again bringing the house.
Yep.
And maybe getting there, but now
Pick it up.
nearly intercepted. He had 3 players in the area.
There's
And
a flag down here. I don't know if that's a hold or an ineligible downfield.
Butler was the official pass breakup there for the Spartans. They sent the house on the backside pressure, nearly got home, and the penalty will be declined. And back-to-back punts now forced by this Spartan defense. You said they have been aggressive all night, and finally, with a little field position on their side, they're starting to come to life here with 6:19 to go till halftime.
You know, they're going to be looking to get this punt from Shields. And like I said, they have gained field position, and, you know, they still have this return to see where they can get it to.
Shields back to punt. Pretty good little punt. Kind of wobbling sideways.
Well, I thought he was going to grab that.
White thought about it and then thought better of it. It rolls down to around the 20, maybe the 18 or so. So Shields and Law, the 2 starting quarterbacks, have both had some pretty good punts tonight as well. This has been a great little Davidson County showdown thus far, 14-0. Can the Spartans put it all together for the first time tonight on this drive that'll begin with 6:09 remaining in the second quarter?
I'm telling you, if they do, Wade, they've got a completely different mindset. If they can go in, it's 14-7 after about the worst case scenario has gone on in the first half. If they are able to get this ball into the end zone here, you're going to be facing a completely different team come the second half.
They're on the far hash there. Law with a trio of receivers to his right, and that's the direction he's looking. Now he's fleeing, fires a dart to his brother, the sophomore, hauling it in.
Boy.
And juking at around the 35, picking up a couple extra yards. That's a pickup of nearly 20 yards. These 2 brothers, Justice Law, the QB, and the sophomore wideout, Jackson Law, firing on all cylinders at times offensively.
I'll tell you what, the older brother,
Justice, who's rolling now and fires. It is caught by White on that far sideline. Good bruising tackle at the end of that play. Mason Hawk came flying in, but White picks up about 8 yards. 5:30 to go till halftime. James Lawson still leading this game 14-0. 2nd and 2. Quick pass from Law to Law. James Lawson kind of not ready for the play. Finally, they're able to scramble, and after the screen is complete, DJ Rucker makes the tackle, but Stratford's across midfield out to the 45.
It's 13 yards on that play.
We'll go under 5 on this play. Sending a man in motion now, give up the middle, running hard. Rucker's there to make the tackle, but a big bruising run for the freshman, Altavian Frazier. Frazier out to the Lawson 39. They can barely reset the play clock here.
And they're moving fast.
As Stratford just flying down. And now Law had tons of time and decided to tuck it and run. Crowd wanted a holding a call back behind the play, but there is no flag, and Law picks up a big rushing first down.
I'm really impressed with his presence back there. I mean, of course, he is a senior. You'd expect that, but just really impressed with him.
He makes quick decisions.
Doesn't panic or anything.
First down give. Nope, it's a run pass option. Toss, incomplete. Slant route in the slot. Sailed over the head of the younger Law. He's 6'1", 170, by the way, as a sophomore. Sets up 2nd and 10, 4:22 to go. Stratford turned it over 3 times already. Their first 3 drives, I should say, all ended in turnovers. Lawson cashed in with 2 rushing touchdowns. Justice Law looking downfield. Eluding pressure. My goodness, running the tightrope down the sideline and finally just casually strolling out of bounds. That has got to be frustrating for Xavier Spratt, the linebacker, who had him pinned down on the far sideline, but he just lost containment and a big pickup for a first.
23 yards down to the 10. Where it's 1st and goal, and Stratford's about, if they can hang on and get in here, about to turn this game around.
14-0 here, but here come the Spartans. First red zone goal-to-go situation snap.
Goodness.
And bruising is Frazier, the freshman, diving into the end zone with a little authority at the end of that run. Frazier has the rushing touchdown, and we're an extra point away from making it 14-7. 4:05 to go. That was an impressive drive.
When I told you this second half, the second quarter started, that we'd be 14-7 after 3 turnovers and 2 touchdowns for the home team, and the way that everything was looking, you'd have told me I was crazy. But I tried to let you know that Stratford was not out of this because they have been able to move the ball. They just had made the mistakes, and if they eliminate the mistakes, then we're going to have a whole other ball game.
Spartans will line up for a PAT. This will come from the right hash. Pretty good snap. Kick is blocked. Body language from that unit just didn't look like they were really set. And a great job by James Lawson flying to the ball. Lawson missed their first PAT. It was partially blocked. Now this one is purely blocked. And Scott, we'll stay right here. 4:05 to go. We want to remind you, though, that you are listening to Main Street Prep's Thursday night high school game of the week coverage. We're brought to you all season long by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, who want to remind you that fans don't let fans drive drunk. As it stands next week, we have an open date, but in 2 weeks' time, partner, CPA BGA, that is going to be a big-time showdown on September 14th.
Circle that one. You're right, Wade. That's a good old time private school battle, and can't wait to watch those two line up. By the way, that was that you may not remember, but that was 82 yards on that drive. 8 plays covered in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. That's a pretty impressive drive to change the complexion of this ball game completely.
We've seen Law do just about everything tonight. That drive, he really did a lot of the heavy lifting with his legs.
He's absolutely impressed me. His poise in the backfield. He waits till the last minute to break free. When he does, he makes quick, like you said, quick decisions, decisive. Everything he's doing back there is absolutely textbook. And you can tell it's a young man that has been back there and knows what to do. His dad may have a little bit to do with that.
Oh, yeah.
Considering that's his coach.
Allen will kick off for the Spartans here. We had a lengthier build up there, but Allen's now ready to kick. First Spartan kickoff of the night, so hold on to your hats. They're crowding the ball, and yeah, it's kind of a pooch that bounces at the 40, and a great job of falling on that for the Lightning. They'll take over at around their own 36-yard line. That was Aiden Merlin coming up from that up back position and just falling on it, securing possession. They still got 4:03 to work with. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, so a lot of first half still remaining here with the score 14-6.
Yeah, and I'm thinking if I'm James Lawson, I'm a little nervous right now. Everything has rolled my way. The only time that I've snapped the ball on my side of the field, I went 3 and out. Just going to be a little bit nervous, but we'll see. Cam Shields, if they get the ball in his hands and he gets the corner, he can cover these 87 yards pretty quick.
Big blitz here from the Spartans, and Cedric Owens on the end around eventually runs out of room. The blitz got through in the middle, and that forced Owens to really take the long road, so to speak, and he ran out of real estate. 2nd and 14 after that.
Yeah, what I was saying was they can cover this territory pretty quick if they can get the ball in Shields' hands out there on the corner.
2nd and 14. Shields going to run to his right. He's going to throw toward his strong side. That pass is bobbled. It was airborne for a moment there, intended for Cedric Owens, the tight end. And the drag route is incomplete. So now it's 3rd and 14. Stratford can score in just a couple of plays here. So the time is not really the issue, but you're on the verge of giving another quick 3 and out here.
See, on that play, he had the corner. I know it was a pass play, but he could have pulled that ball down and gained 10 yards. He might not have gotten the first down. Instead, he tries a really difficult pass, and it wasn't successful.
3rd down. Little dump pass out of the backfield. It is caught and running out to the right. Great job of blocking downfield and freeing things up for Colson Huffman. Huffman, first touch of the night. Not a real trick play necessarily, but a little screen pass, so to speak, out of the backfield, and that is a massive first down beyond
24
midfield.
yards and just dumped it off. Basically, they let the defender either take the running back or the quarterback, and whichever one he took, the other one took off, and that's exactly what that was exactly what happened there. Great play.
Low snap. I think the play was going to be a quarterback keeper all the way, but now Shields with a full head of steam.
Shields not going to go down.
Yeah, he's not going down without a fight. He nearly stepped out of bounds. There's a very late penalty marker. And Ladarian Ware, the linebacker, he was deep on the sideline there for James Lawson.
He got 7 yards, and there was a lot of action down there, which probably going to be some kind of unsportsmanlike conduct or late hit or something. Not sure who it's going to be against, just to be honest with you, because there's a little, as Wade would say, kerfuffle down there.
And
sportsmanlike conduct against James Lawson.
And you're right, partner. I was just getting ready to say, you see a defender over there on the sideline, you're thinking late hit, but when Ware stood up, he was surrounded by about 17 players over there on the sideline.
Right.
And you know how that goes in enemy territory. And that will definitely push this back.
Midfield.
Yeah, right around midfield. 3:25 to go. James Lawson and Stratford both with 2 timeouts. 14-6 is your score. It's been a fun ball game tonight.
Oh, absolutely. So far has followed form, right?
We've been trending in that direction the last 2 weeks.
I told you it's me and you, man.
Woo! We've had some good ones, partner.
The MSM radio crew brings the excitement.
3 down linemen here for the Spartans. Let's see if they tack on a blitzer. There are a couple of tight ends here, including Owens, who is a playmaker as well. They mark it ready for play.
That is not Shields.
And there goes Owens in motion. Yeah, new quarterback here. Nearly stripping the football. They got a fingertip on it, and Rucker did a great job of hanging on to it, and he's fighting for an extra yard or two. He's finally brought down. I couldn't see who really got a fingertip to the ball there, but someone just reached in. Terrence Morrow was in the area, the junior linebacker. And you know it was a big hit at the end when Rucker went flying because he is a load in the backfield.
Shields is not out there on the offensive. That's actually number 42 taking the snaps. We'd heard his name was Anton Wilson. He would take some snaps. I don't know. I knew that he would take some, but I don't know why at this point Shields isn't out there at all.
Yeah, we're scanning the sideline here. 2:45 to go till halftime. This is a third down suddenly, 3rd and 15. And Wilson's going to throw deep. A wobbler. Nearly caught.
No,
is there a
good
flag?
play. That's a good
There
play.
is no flag. A no-fly zone in effect right there, thanks to the Spartan defenders. Lewis and Ware combining on the coverage there. And it will be, as Shields comes out now to potentially punt. Interesting last couple of plays there. Coach Oatsball, the offensive coordinator, rotating quarterbacks, maybe just giving Shields a breather. He's doing it all tonight.
He has. I'll give him that. Maybe he just like, Coach, I got to sit down for a minute. Maybe they're trying to give him extended rest of now through halftime, and well, now he's punting.
Wobbly kick, and Stratford puts it on the ground. They do fall on it, though.
Yeah, tell me if you've heard that before. Out to the 17-yard line will be 1st and 10. I will say this for Stratford, their starting field position is as bad as James Lawson's has been good. I mean, James Lawson, the first 3 possessions were inside the 30. So far, anytime they've started on their own side of the field, they haven't gotten barely past midfield. Stratford, on the other hand, has driven the ball up and down the field, but they keep putting the ball on the ground. They finally got it in the end zone this past time, and now have a chance to tie this game up going into halftime if they can move the ball.
3 turnovers and then fumbled twice, recovered those 2. Otherwise, we'll be looking at 5 giveaways. Great snag on the near sideline there for Mitchell, 5'8", 160 pounds. They have a very diverse receiver group in terms of size and skill and speed. They've utilized them all here. Justice Law rolling in the near side slot here. Good catch.
That's a good tackle.
Yeah, I want to say that was Frazier out of the backfield, but a good tackle, open field, as Aiden Merlin makes a stop. He's had a couple of good tackles here tonight. It is a 1st down, 1st and 10. With the way Stratford operates, 2 minutes is an eternity here, plus they got 2 timeouts. 14-6, hometown James Lawson leads late in the 2nd. Toss intended for the younger Jackson Law, and he slipped, and the pass was airmailed slightly, incomplete.
If anything, Law throws the ball a little high, and I mean, that's the only thing I can – I mean, I'm nitpicking there too. That's the only thing you can really say bad about him so far is his passes come in a little high. His receivers have got some good hands, though. They drag those things in really well.
Clock just stopped a moment ago at 1:53. Now they have Law scrambling to his right out of the pistol, and he's going to have to take a sack.
We're going to end up with a hold. That play is just a disaster all the way around.
Yep.
He spread it out too far. There wasn't a pass, so it can't be ineligible. It's got to be a hold, yeah.
Law ran out of real estate and just tucked out of bounds to take the sack, but you assume Lawson's going to take this penalty here. Yeah, and they will back him up further. As talented and as explosive as Stratford is, you're going to push the yardage back presumably as much as you can every time there.
They're really going back to the 17 where they started this drive. So it's going to be, they're going to now end up basically 1st and 20, 2nd and 20.
Empty backfield here. No fear in the Spartan offense. Law fires, far side. It is caught by White. The sophomore wideout breaks 1 tackle, looking to break another. He nearly did. Almost got back to the original line of scrimmage if he had broken that 2nd tackle. As it is, it's going to be 3rd and about 14 here.
3rd down and 14.
Minute 20 or so to go. Stratford's done a good job of, if nothing else, bleeding clock on this drive. Minute 15 to go now when they snap it. Empty backfield for Law. The senior maybe going to load up. He is. He fires. Beautiful ball toward the sideline. What a snag.
Footwork, baby.
That is Holbert. Nashawn Holbert toe tapping just inside Lightning territory at the 48-yard line. Clock stops with 1:06 to play. Again, Stratford still has 2 timeouts. They trail 14-6.
25 yards.
Woo. One of the prettiest balls of the night.
And great footwork by the receiver.
Empty backfield yet again. Spartans now continuing to look downfield. Law.
Dropped it.
He is stripped.
Boy, he was over there next to the sideline. He better be glad he was. He was trying to extend the play as long as he could. Wade, he tried to extend it. He had a man that was going to break free to the goal line, but just about the time he's ready to pull back on it, the defender reached in there and slapped the ball away.
Law was, Scott just said, an inch maybe away from pulling that ball fake off, and he would have had a number of receivers open. But a good job defensively poking it away. 3 down linemen here. Merlin is also thinking about blitzing here. Now he retreats. Soft defense here from the Lightning. Pocket is breaking down, and Law is just going to take what the defense gives him, which is about 7 or 8 yards.
It's going to get down to about the 42.
DJ Rucker pushing him out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and very manageable here. 3rd and a long 4, maybe 5. 45.9 on the clock. Again, still with 2 timeouts.
You know, I've been pretty impressed, Wade, and I had to say this. For them to have 5 wides, he's had all kinds of time to throw. There's been no pressure on the quarterback. The offensive line's done a great job.
You usually don't see 5 wides with that kind of time at the high school level, or really any major level.
But especially at high school.
And that kind of goes back to what we had discussed in the first quarter. Law is so quick with his decision-making. If the first read's not there, boom, it's on to the second. And then if that's not there, he's tucking and running.
Yeah, and he's able to stretch the play out over to the edge like we've seen all night, and he makes great decisions. I've been extremely impressed. It's obviously the first time I've seen the young man play, but he's definitely got all the skills as a senior quarterback that you would expect. And I've got a pretty good feeling that before this half ends, these last 45.9 seconds, I got a pretty good feeling that we're going to end up 12 or 14-14. I'm going to go ahead and call it.
It's 3rd down line.
Nothing against the James Lawson defense, but with these 5 wides and the time he has, he's going to get one loose long here in just a minute.
Biggest play of the first half here. Stratford thinking about possibly pulling it within a point or even tying the game. 3rd and 4. Pocket breaks down. Law has the first if he wants to run, but he's going to fire one deep for his brother. Nope. Incomplete.
He didn't
just missed him by nose of the football. Jackson Law running right underneath it, outstretched arms. A diving effort maybe could have extended a little further, but what a throw from Law and what a route from his brother.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I will say this. Most of the James Lawson defense is back in coverage. They're rushing 3, 4 at the most. That's one reason why he has so much time, but he's still got wide receivers running open on just about every route.
New biggest play. They'll go for it on 4th and 4. Little pressure coming up. Now Law is going to step up, fire, a little bullet pass, incomplete. Through the hands of the intended receiver. For another time, Law nearly went beyond the line of scrimmage, but it won't matter as it's incomplete either way. That was intended for Carlos Franklin, one of your 4th or 5th wideouts, and he just had to drop to his knees to try and haul it in, and it slides through to the turf. So now James Lawson takes over.
I was wrong, Wade. I'll admit when I'm wrong.
They put if Law had just a touch
more
on that pass, we'd be talking about that 1-pointer tie ball game. No doubt about it.
I was almost right. He did get the pass off, and it was very close because it was just you could see it coming. They were getting behind the defense. I don't know how you get behind 8 guys, but they have been.
Presumably, Lawson's just going to run this, although he got 2 timeouts. They take over at their own 42. Here's a sweep with Shields to the left. Stratford had two hands on the football trying to strip it. And that is a short gain. And that James Lawson's going to take a timeout. I'll tell you what, too. It'd be interesting to see what we get coming out of the timeout, because we know that if Law is at quarterback, if this is Stratford with the ball, that we've already seen a throw to the end zone from about 55 to 60 yards.
Well, if it was Law, yeah, but I don't know that Shields has that kind of arm. Although Shields is being at quarterback, which he did not at the end of that last series play quarterback. So,
and we also have not seen a proper field goal attempt from either of these teams. Lawson had their first extra point, kind of blocked / missed it to the right. Didn't look extremely sound. So you're probably thinking, let's get a good chunk of yards here, see if we can maybe get one in the end zone. 16 ticks of the clock from their own 42. Shotgun. Shields throwing a good deep ball and almost found Owens streaking down the seam. Nervous moments for the secondary.
Just
Stratford.
a little air, man. Just a little air under that one, and it would have been that would have been 6.
And Shields kind of got that wild wind up there, saying, you know what, I'm going deep, and he very nearly connected.
Vince Young-esque that pass looked, didn't it? I mean, as far as the motion, the mechanics.
Yeah, that wind up, you could tell he was really putting a lot of mustard on that one. 3rd and 8 now. And they're going to run up the middle, and they get the first down, and the clock didn't.
2.2
yeah, 2.2. It probably should have stopped a touch sooner. Was just getting ready to stay. This is a big play because Stratford's had a chance to stop it and at least force the punt attempt. But right now, if nothing else, the Lightning have at least got it beyond midfield. Let's see if they put more time back on the clock. They won't. So a 43-yard hook and ladder, Hail Mary, draw is the call. And Hall runs it right up the middle. And he is brought down at the 35, and that is how the first half comes to an end. What a wild first half. Only quote-unquote 20 points. But it is 14-6. This has been a very entertaining game. Seen both teams enjoy big stretches of momentum.
Yeah.
2 early turnovers from Stratford set up James Lawson with short fields, and they cashed in on both occasions. 2 rushing touchdowns from Shields. And then at the end, we saw Stratford pick themselves up off the mat. Frazier runs one in from 10 yards out. Woo! 14-6, partner. It is a wild scene here at the brand new $150 million delivering here tonight, the brand new campus.
$150 million night, if you ask me. I mean, what a ball game so far, Wade. We've seen almost everything that since we've been here. Since we've been doing these ball games, we've seen a ball skip across the crossbar. We've seen just about every play that you could think of. We had not seen a interception return for 75 yards. Guess what? Got that tonight. And we also see a team in Stratford who is refusing to give up when everything was going against them. And that's what I'm impressed by. Look, I think both these teams are out here laying it out, and I love watching both these teams play. But I'm going to say right now that if you're Stratford, you got to go in feeling pretty good about yourself.
You can say that again, because they were an inch or 2 away on a deep ball from connecting and tying this game up potentially. But as it sits right now, 14-6 is your halftime score. You're listening to Main Street Preps Thursday Night High School Football, brought to you all season long by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Scott and I will be back right after this from James Lawson. Again, 14-6, the hometown Lightning lead here on Main Street Media Radio.
At Dixon Tater Shack, we take loaded baked potatoes to a whole new level. We're not just any potato joint, we're the best this side of the Mason-Dixon line. Whether you're a traditionalist who loves classic flavors or a culinary adventurer seeking bold new combinations, we've got you covered. Located at 728 East College Street. Dine in or take out. Follow us on Facebook. Call us at 615-740-7111.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Complete Service Heat and Air is a trusted provider of top-notch heating and cooling solutions dedicated to ensuring optimal comfort and efficiency for residential and commercial spaces. Complete Service Heat and Air is located in White Bluff, Tennessee. We do service and repair on heating and air the right way 24/7 service. Call us at 615-797-3997. Serving Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon, Hickman, Humphreys, Montgomery, and Williamson counties.
Let's visit with Laura from Moxie Pest Control.
What separates us from other companies in Tennessee, our mission to our customers is to always improve the quality of life. We're considered a full encompassing service, so we're going to take care of 50 plus different pests, and we'll always have your back.
Call Moxie Pest Control at 615-469-5710. That's 615-469-5710. Or visit them at moxieservices.com.
Welcome to the GR Group at Crylike Realtors. Our team is comprised of seasoned veterans, military spouses, and other real estate professionals with strong ties to the military community. We specialize in helping our clients buy and sell homes, as well as providing comprehensive services for commercial and land properties. Whether you're relocating to the area, interested in buying or selling a home, or looking for commercial or land properties, the GR Group has the expertise and resources to help you achieve your real estate goals. Contact the GR Group today.
Winning teams continually refine and add to their game plan. Just take a peek inside the Delta Dental Playbook. In addition to dental plans, Delta Dental now offers Delta Vision, a vision plan that you can add on to your dental plan for a little more than $8 a month. $8. The same math as a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Check them out at deltadentaltn.com. Delta Dental. They put the C in Tennessee.
Man.
14-6 is your score here on the Main Street Preps Thursday night high school football game of the week. Presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office alongside Scott Stewart, Wade Neely saying hello. Very entertaining first half, Scott Stewart, as the hometown Lightning raced out to a 14-0 lead. But the Spartans are clawing back in it, and maybe with another minute or two, we'd be looking at a potential tie ball game. But as it sits, it's 14-6 favoring the hometown Lightning.
Yeah, I'm already up. I'm trying to get some stats up. I'm already Law is already. I've got him at 17 of 20 at 181, and I haven't gotten that last couple of possessions in. Pretty impressive. He's got the interception, of course, the touchdown. They scored a touchdown on the one run by the young man, 24. He's got 15. We'll add 15 to his. That's 30. He's only got about 34, 35 yards, but he's got the one touchdown, which was a 10-yard bruising touchdown. Receiving yardage, for Stratford, he's looking at leading the way would be White, and then Law, the younger Law, the sophomore, with about the same amount of yardage, 42, 48. It's reflective of what we've seen, Wade, which is they have moved the ball pretty easily throughout this game. As I said, they're running up against a defense that is kind of packed back to stop the pass, and if they could find a way to get a running back loose in all this, that's what you're going to be looking for in the second half. Right now, Lawson's coming at them with 3-man fronts, eight men in the secondary, 8 men back in the pass patterns, but they're still getting receivers open on 5-man routes. And at some point, either Lawson is going to have to put an extra couple of rushers in there, or they're going to have to find some way to stop, because even with the 8 men back, there have been wide receivers running free out there, and Law's going to hit them. And on Lawson's side, hey, take care. When you get the gifts, use them, and they did.
Yeah.
There was only one of those turnovers they didn't score on. And you got the gifts, and you've held on to them. Now, the one thing I will say is, so far, Lawson has won their 2 games ever in the history of the school, 7-6 and 15-14. Is that what it was? This looks like a Lawson score. Kind of maybe a little bit ugly football. It's nothing beautiful is going to happen out here other than to see Cam Shields run around the corner when he gets it. I don't think Lawson is really concerned about scoring a bunch of points. They're going to be like David O'Connor is. I think if they score one more point than the other team, they got a pretty good chance of winning the game.
Always good when we can slip in a reference to the Giles County coach, David O'Connor, famous, for saying all it takes is one more. And this has been a very entertaining ball game tonight. Not the only game going on across state. There's several games. The only one that matters, though. The only one that matters, but there are certainly a lot of games, particularly over in East Tennessee, as South Green has gone ahead and knocked off Cumberland Gap 47-0. Chucky Doak, in a battle of 2-0 teams, they shut out West Green 40-0. Oak Ridge is leading Powell 21-13 in a really high-profile showdown over there in East Tennessee. In the mid-state, Spring Hill leading Maplewood 7-0, and Nolensville is leading McGavock, the team that knocked off Stratford last week. That score is 20-6. You got East Nashville 2-0 traveling to John Overton tonight. And again, our score here at the break, it's James Lawson 14, Stratford 6. James Lawson will be the team set to receive the second half kickoff. Still a little ways to go before we get into that. And so we'll step aside for another timeout. It is a fantastic night for high school football, and there ain't nowhere else we'd rather be than with you guys here on Main Street Radio and Main Street Preps. Thursday night high school football game of the week coverage is presented all season long by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, reminding you that fans don't let fans drive drunk. We will be back right after this.
At Dixon Tater Shack, we take loaded baked potatoes to a whole new level. We're not just any potato joint, we're the best this side of the Mason-Dixon line. Whether you're a traditionalist who loves classic flavors or a culinary adventurer seeking bold new combinations, we've got you covered. Located at 728 East College Street. Dine in or take out. Follow us on Facebook. Call us at 615-740-7111.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Complete Service Heat and Air is a trusted provider of top-notch heating and cooling solutions dedicated to ensuring optimal comfort and efficiency for residential and commercial spaces. Complete Service Heat and Air is located in White Bluff, Tennessee. We do service and repair on heating and air the right way 24/7. Service, call us at 615-797-3997. Serving Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon, Hickman, Humphreys, Montgomery, and Williamson counties.
Let's visit with Laura from Moxie Pest Control.
What separates us from other companies in Tennessee, our mission to our customers is to always improve the quality of life. We're considered a full encompassing service, so we're going to take care of 50 plus different pests, and we'll always have your back.
Call Moxie Pest Control at 615-469-5710. That's 615-469-5710. Or visit them at moxieservices.com.
Welcome to the GR Group at Cry Like Realtors. Our team is comprised of seasoned veterans, military spouses, and other real estate professionals with strong ties to the military community. We specialize in helping our clients buy and sell homes, as well as providing comprehensive services for commercial and land properties. Whether you're relocating to the area, interested in buying or selling a home, or looking for commercial or land properties, the GR Group has the expertise and resources to help you achieve your real estate goals. Contact the GR Group today.
Boston, the hometown Lightning, leading their Davidson County compadres, the Stratford Spartans. Been a wild ball game. Stratford put it on the ground 3 times in the first quarter. Lawson scoring on 2 of the 3 possessions. And Stratford mounting a comeback, though, in the second quarter, nearly drawing level in the contest. Alongside Scott Stewart, our producer tonight is the great one, Justin Kulik. I'm Wade Neely saying hello. In a college football score, Scott Stewart, hard to believe, but that's officially, I guess, kicked off last weekend. But we got a big showdown tonight. Number 14, Utah, has put up 17 points late in the second quarter. They lead Florida 17-3. And that's more of a score like a game we've got tonight. But you go back to week 1, you mentioned earlier when it was 9-6 when we did Laverne West Creek. That's kind of the game that's going on in Big Ten country tonight. Minnesota leads Nebraska 3-0. Not a real offensive shootout in that contest at the break.
No, and still crunching some numbers here. So give me just a second. Yeah, well, all of us can't wait so bad to see college football that they moved games to Thursday night instead of Saturday night. And I would rather be out here watching this all night long as a college game on TV. There's going to be more college football than you can shake a stick at Saturday, but this is the only place where you can get some quality, good high school football here in Middle Tennessee, and that's right here at James Lawson High School. So we'll check the highlights out of the college games when we get there, when we get back to the house.
Yeah, we still got plenty of action here, and we ran down some of your scores of interest in high school ranks. And a reminder, as we'll teams are trotting out. Thought we might get ready to get started, but we still got a couple of moments here. As
I will give you some more stats, Wade, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Total numbers for Stratford. Stratford by far as far as yardage goes, 281 total yards, 223 in the air, 58 on the ground. Only 128 total yards and 2 touchdowns for James Lawson, but they didn't have as far to go. Like I said, they worked with what they had. 140 yards passing, 88 yards rushing. They did exactly what they needed to do. When they had the ball down close, they scored 2 out of 3 times. They maybe before this game's over with, going to wish they'd scored that 3rd time unless they can get the ball down there. Cam Shields is an exciting quarterback. We've got 2 really exciting quarterbacks tonight. Shields is impressive when he's running that ball, but the man stealing the show tonight is Law, and he has shown out with 223 yards passing, 21 of 27, and that includes 3 straight incompletes there, 3 straight incompletions there at the end of the first. If he hadn't had those, he'd have been 21 of 24 in the first half.
He was putting on a show. The former Beach quarterback, as we've talked about. Speaking of Beach, we mentioned some other games. Beach will travel to Riverdale. These are all games in our Main Street Preps coverage area. Beach travels to Riverdale. Ravenwood is at Blackman. Columbia Academy's at Friendship Christian. Mount Juliet travels to Gallatin. Big one in our neck of the woods. Fayetteville will travel to Giles County. Go Bobcats. Brentwood is at Hendersonville. Stewart's Creek is at Hillsboro. Centennial travels to Independence. Franklin and Page. Good little Williamson County showdown there.
Yep.
And Waverly, a really good team, will take on Mount Pleasant, and another really good team. And Scott, real quickly, I got to do this. I got to puff my chest out a little bit. There was only one young man.
Don't hurt yourself.
That last week predicted that the Pearl Cone Firebirds would go in and knock off CPA. I'll give you one guess who that young man was.
Chris Yao.
That is incorrect. It is not Chris Yao.
Justin Kulik.
It is not Justin Kulik, although me and Kulik might have been in cahoots. You never know. But yours truly called the action. Pearl Cone, what a win for Coach Brunetti and the Firebirds. They knock off MBA in their first game. They knock off CPA last week. They are now 2-0, and they travel to Creekwood tomorrow night. Our good buddy Casey Patrick told me he's going to go out and check that contest. He said, you know what? I probably got another game or 2 I could go to, but I just want to come see what Pearl Cone is all about after 2 games like that. And they are kind of like Stratford in the sense they are explosive on both sides of the football, particularly on offense.
Well, you must feel really good about yourself, Wade. Did you look in the mirror after you did that?
You know what? I gave myself a little pep talk, and I said, just keep doing what you're doing.
Well, congratulations,
well,
Wade.
thank you.
I can't tell you how proud I am. I feel like I had a little hand in that by raising you.
You through osmosis, I have picked up your tricks of the trade, my friend. So,
all right, Stratford is going to kick off to start this second half, and back deep for Lawson is number 9, Juan Lopez. He is very deep, but the last time we saw Stratford kick off, it was a little pooch.
Yeah,
down about the 40-yard line.
Aiden Merlin picked it up. Yeah, and they've lined up kind of a dummy onside kick almost. It is picked up by the Lightning. And running upfield is Mason Hawk, and Hawk is now busting loose.
35.
Hawk is loose.
65 yards, Wade.
Mason Hawk picks it up, kind of a squib, and ran into some traffic right in front of the pickup, and then bounced it outside. And once he popped it to the left, he was gone. What a return, and what a way to start this second half. James Lawson tacks on a score. It's 20-6.
11:45 left in the third period, and just as the first period started off in their favor, the second half, the third period starting off in James Lawson's favor as well.
Just James Lawson just kind of got a little, as we're waiting for the extra point here. Oh, it's a high snap. Bobbled. And the play's dead. The coaching staff for James Lawson was trying to even alert the referees. They're like, hey, you can't
blow
return
the whistle.
this. So let's
blow
stop
the whistle
this before somebody gets hurt. But now the ball actually was booted all the way back to the 40 by the time it was said and done. But it's 20-6. And Scott, I was just going to say, after a close win in week 1, close win in week 2, they need a big play and it comes via special teams, there's kind of just a little magic in the air at this brand new campus here.
I'm extremely impressed. It's like I was saying at halftime, 7-6, 15-14. They don't care how they win. They just want to win. They don't care if Stratford's going to give them the ball 3 times on their side of the field. Guess what? They're going to go score 2 out of 3 times and take the lead. If Stratford's going to pooch kick to them down to about the 30-yard line and then let the man break free to the left and run for a touchdown, that's just how they're going to do it. I like that kind of football, but I still say that Stratford is not going away. They've already weathered the really harsh stuff that was coming their way in the first half. But if Stratford's going to have to get it together here and stop letting their opponents do some of these big plays on them.
They're kind of fighting for possession there. It eventually comes down to White. And Vantrese White, he's an explosive playmaker, but eventually the numbers game catches up to him. Lawson did a great job of covering that kick, and White picked up maybe a yard or 2, but the ball is back at the 13-yard line. You touched on a great point in the first half. Field position could not be more lopsided in terms of average starting field position here tonight.
No, I mean, there was 100, almost Stratford with almost double the yards, but they had to go double the yards. So
20-6. Most of the folks hadn't even returned to their seats here at Lightning Stadium.
By the time he went to the end zone, you're right.
Hawk busts one loose. 14-point lead here. Pistol formation. Justice Law, over 200 yards passing in the first half. And on 1st and 10, he calls his own number on the ground. And a good tackle to bring Law down. He picked up a little bit, but Xavier Spratt came up and popped him at the end of the run. He picks up about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 upcoming here for the Spartans. They're working east to west, left to right from our vantage point in this third. Still just 3 down linemen. And tossing this one in the flat.
It's a new receiver.
Humphrey making the grab there. Glendarius Humphrey hauls it in. And picking up about 4 yards. 3rd and a long 2 here. 10:40 to go. We're in the third quarter. 20-6 favor James Lawson in this Thursday night showdown. Pass toward the far sideline, underthrown. That's one of the only times you'll hear the words Justice Law and pass underthrown.
Yeah, he's not underthrown many at all. If there's anything, he's threatened with or played around with throwing it a little too high, but throwing it short's not been a problem at all.
The play came from the the right side hash and really kind of a screen all the way back toward the left sideline. Had to throw it a long way. And it was incomplete. So James Lawson got a dream start in the first half, and they're off to a brilliant start here in the second.
Their defense really showed out right there. That is not something we've seen them do, is force a 3 and out on Stratford yet. So just adjustments, right? That's going to be a penalty against Stratford. It's going to move the ball back a little further. The adjustments in the locker room, man. You can't say enough about a coach that can make the kind of adjustments they need to make both in game and during the halftime.
Illegal substitution means Law is going to stand back right around his own 2-yard line to punt this. Lawson got great pressure earlier. They get pretty good pressure here, but a very high kick. Takes a little bit of a Lawson bounce back to the 40. Stop me if you've heard this before, folks, but the Lightning will have brilliant field position to start this drive at their 40-yard line of the Spartans.
They've made their living in Stratford territory, especially when they start there. As I said, they've started there 3-4 times. This will be the 4th time, I believe, where they have started a drive in Stratford territory. This time at the 40-yard line.
Woof.
And back at quarterback again is Mr. No, he's actually going to be in running back. They're going to let the other young man, number 42, Anton Wilson, I believe.
Yep.
Play quarterback, and he's going to draw an offside penalty on
hard count. We saw this a couple of times in the first half. The Spartans, they don't really disguise their blitzes a ton. They just line up and say, you know what, we're coming. And that time they mistimed and jumped into neutral zone. 1st and 5. Wilson is the quarterback, but Shields is in the backfield. Little twin quarterback look here. And they give it to Shields as a rusher. Makes one man miss, makes another. Bye-bye.
40 yards, baby.
40-yard touchdown, his 3rd of the night.
35, I'm sorry.
My goodness. Shields was just shot out of a cannon, a draw right up the middle. He made that first man miss at the linebacker level, and then after that, it was off to the races. Untouched virtually for the score. And the Lightning have kind of cracked this open just a little bit further. It's 26-6 with the PAT pending.
Just right up the middle. Great blocking. He made 2 men miss once he got to the secondary. I don't know if you can say a whole lot more about that. The extra point's going to go through.
Austin Grace puts the kick through, and your new score, it'll be 27-6. We are going to take a 30-second timeout. Back with this here at James Lawson. You're listening to Main Street Prep's Thursday night coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Back in 30.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Two touchdowns here in the 3rd quarter. We didn't even play 2 minutes yet. James Lawson running the opening kickoff back. And they got great field position after a 3-and-out defensively. And they have tacked on another. Can Stratford pick themselves up off the mat? And a nice return. Look out. A block at the 35. Out across the 40. Now out across midfield. Marquis Mitchell, who had a great return to start the ball game, gets a brilliant return to kind of jumpstart this thing for the Spartans, who will begin this drive deep in Lawson territory.
Somewhere they haven't been, by the way.
No.
It's deep. Is starting out any of their drives deep in Lightning territory. They're going to be, wait a minute, where are they going?
Ooh, there is a penalty marker.
They're going the other way, Wade. So let's back up on that just a minute.
I didn't even see that flag get thrown, partner. And it's right between the hashes, and it's right around the Lawson 28. Love the call from the PA. He says, you know what, it's going to move way, way back.
Yeah, we're not playing around here. Way, way back.
So we stand corrected on the good field position here for the Spartans. Coach Anthony Law out tonight. He's been ill all week. We send our best to him. Coach Rayshawn Bell is doing the best he can as the acting head coach on the sideline.
All the way back to the 18. I wish I knew how many times they've started inside their own 20. I could go back and look.
To the backfield. There's the speed option. And this time, Law will take it on the keeper. And Justice Law picks up. Yeah, they're still walking forward. Now they mark him, about 6 yards there on the tote.
You know, that's not a bad play for them, for him to just take that and move on. Sometimes I will say he looks like he wants to force it because he wants to make the big play. And maybe right now that's not the time for that.
Give up the middle. This time they, instead of the speed option, they funnel it right to Frazier, who had the rushing touchdown earlier in this contest. Altavion Frazier, the freshman, picking up a big chunk of yardage, and that's a first down out to the 42. 9:30 to go. Lawson has opened up a 27-6 lead. Law will throw for it now, or will he?
Yeah.
He's going to tuck. He's going to run. He's stripped. Second time he's been stripped on a scramble tonight, and that's the second time it's rolled out of bounds, luckily. He got toward the sideline.
At the 49. You know, we've all heard of the whole saying, give what they'll take what they'll give you, right, Wade? And
yes, sir.
That's kind of what he's going to have to do. They're going to give him that the rest of the night. He's going to have to take a lot of those shorter runs and then take the big play when he can get it.
9:17 to go. We're in the third. They're going to give up the middle. Frazier is running hard. This is a freshman that runs like a senior. He's not afraid of contact either. And he is right at the sticks. Yeah, he got the first. They officially mark it. 1st and 10 now. Lawson still rushing 3. Means Law can load up.
Outlet down here.
And a dart over the middle. Deep in route. Second time we've seen that. And Mitchell hauls it in. He picks up every bit of 9 yards. He might be there for the first.
No, going to mark him down 9 yards.
2nd and 1 officially.
He had the running back down here wide open too. Next time that he could have ran for about 15 yards without anybody even getting to him.
2nd and 1. Spartans going to look, firing, and that is caught. Good job of hauling that in. Jackson Law, who had a great first half receiving. There is a penalty marker, now a second penalty marker. They're both in the secondary. Let's check the penalty. As it stands, it was a big pickup for a first down.
16 yards to the 22. Now they're going to keep walking, Wade. They're going to go. Actually, it's going to be an 18-yard gain down to the 20, and they're going to keep walking down to about the 10. Going to be just short of the 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 from the 11 after the penalty, and in the blink of an eye, the Spartans are knocking on the doorstep. 27-6, James Lawson leads. After they went 3 and out a moment ago, Spartans are rolling here on this drive. Law play fakes, now fires in the slot. Oh, it was bobbled. Not too dissimilar from the play that was intercepted back in the first quarter.
Similar.
And
very similar.
Ladarian Ware, fortunate that that one was not picked off. It's an incomplete pass. They ran the play action, and then Law threw it toward the weak side of the field across his body, and Ware was unable to haul it in. 7:52 to go. We're in the third quarter. Law going to give. Nice run out toward the right. Good job there by Frazier, and coming in was Lopez to make the tackle.
4 yards. Of course, they're in 4-down territory at this point, so they're down to the 7-yard line. You can get positive yards on that, maybe 5, but close, probably 4. 3rd down.
That makes it 3rd down and
2 plays to get a first down or a touchdown right here, Wade.
3rd and 6.
Let's get loud.
Big play as the crowd comes to life here at Lightning Stadium. Not sure if Law sees it, but the coaching staff for Lawson is calling out a mismatch. Law was looking toward the slot, but now he takes off and slides. Did he get in?
That was smart for him to slide.
One official signaled touchdown. The other signals short at the 1.
No. It's not a touchdown. He slid in. He slid down about the 1-yard line, and it was a good play. He was about to get his clock cleaned. He'd have tried to run in there.
Could have dove for the end zone. I wish we had
he got a first down.
I wish, if it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1, I wish we had a photo because the far side official was holding up touchdown, and the official right beside him is pointing at the ground saying first down. They do grant the first down. The public address announcer gave Law the touchdown. And Frazier's in the backfield saying, you know what, I might want this touchdown.
I
First and
thought he
goal.
was going to get in. It opened up like a Red
And
Sea.
Law run pass option.
He got in that time.
That time he does get in. That was a very slow developing play, but Law scampers in, kind of falling across the goal line. And that is a big and much needed response for the Spartans. 27-12. First touchdown of the night for the senior sensation Justice Law. And you're down 21, but the first kick tonight was blocked. Didn't look great at all. Probably just going to think about going for two here. And they do line up on the far side, left hash. They have twin receivers to the right. Law is looking to the right. Fires now in the flat, and it's incomplete. So they had PAT blocked. Now they fail a two-point try. 27-12 is your score. Scott and I will be back right after this. After a Stratford touchdown, you are listening to Main Street Prep's Thursday night high school football game of the week coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Mason Hawk, who returned one for a touchdown to begin the third quarter, and Cam Shields, who's got 3 rushing touchdowns. They're back deep for the Lightning. Stratford just scored its second touchdown. And they will pooch it. It's loose, but Lawson knocks it down and eventually falls on it. They take over at their own 29-yard line. Alongside Scott Stewart, Wade Neely saying hello. Our producer tonight, the great one, Justin Kulik. Week 3 of the Tennessee Highway Safety Patrol sponsored Main Street Preps Thursday night game of the week.
If everything goes as to script compared to the rest of the night here, Wade, this will be somewhere around a 3-and-out for James Lawson. Every time that they've had the ball deep in their own territory inside the 30, they have really not moved the ball well at all. So we're going to see here.
Can we attribute that to anything? Because you're right. Every time they're beyond midfield, they're flying.
I think they're just more conservative. Wilson is back in as your quarterback.
6:42 to go. We're in the third quarter. Hard snap, give up the middle,
and
stuff.
Stratford's been more aggressive when they're back there too, by the way. That's another thing.
Vernell McBee went flying into the backfield, making the stop there.
-4 on that. Maybe -3.
$6:13 to go. And we got a motion penalty. 2 men moved for Lawson. They're going backwards. 2nd and 14 is going to become close to 2nd and 20 here. And this still got a lot of game left. 6:08 to go. It's 27-12. If Stratford had converted either one of their extra point attempts, we'd really be talking
the way these teams have played, yeah, this game is far from over.
Can Lawson improve to 3-0? And they're brand new.
Great play.
School year. And brand new school has a nice run on the end around for Owens, but strung out beautifully by the Spartans.
They moved the ball out to 21, Wade. Still 3rd and 18. 16.
Going to throw deep. Got a man downfield. It is caught. What a ball downfield. Wilson just floating one up, and right underneath it is Mason Hawk, who had the kickoff return for a score. Biggest completion downfield all night long for these Lightning.
29, 34. 36 yards.
5:05 to go. And on 3rd and long, that could be a backbreaker.
I think you're right. Yeah.
For the Spartans here. Man in motion is Owens. Now they give up the middle to Shields,
who hasn't run the ball in a while now, and he's just chomping at the bit.
Picking up a huge chunk of yards, probably 12 maybe. Another first down here. Back-to-back first down pickups. Stratford's having to sub some personnel on here. Game is hanging in the balance.
Yeah, this right here, this will put the, if James Austin puts this ball in, this will put this game away. And it's really interesting to watch this James Austin team play.
Here's a low snap. Wilson's unable to field it. Now he picks it up back at his 45. Fires a pass, and it's incomplete. Wide open on an island was Owens, who did a great job of running back to the ball and becoming an open receiver, but he couldn't haul it in. There was no one within 5 or 6 yards. He could have taken off and gotten a big chunk of yards. As it stands, after all that, 2nd and 10, incomplete.
Yeah, they are it's just a very interesting. It's one of those teams that they don't look that great, except for maybe 1 or 2 plays here and there. But man, on those 1 or 2 plays, look out. I mean, and they don't look terrible the rest of the time, but that's the kind of team that we're looking at.
In motion, a little counter. Oh, and a nice cut and upfield for Shields. Shields, the play was drawn up beautifully on the counter, and Shields dropping a defender and then another in his wake picks up the first down.
20 for 20.
20 yards.
Dragging a man about 5 yards.
Whew, Cam Shields.
Now, he is an exceptional-looking football player.
We talked in the pregame with some of the staff here at James Lawson. We said, who can we look out for tonight? He said, don't worry, Cam Shields. You'll call his name a lot. Another low snap. Wilson picks it up, though. He's going to roll to his right, firing a fade route toward the end zone. It's caught. What a grab. Owens, who just dropped one a moment ago, redeems himself. Wilson floats one in where only his receiver can grab it, and Cedric Owens hauls it in for the score.
That was on a dime into coverage for the touchdown. Goodness is all I'm going to tell you. That is a great.
Not a bad throw whatsoever from your backup, quote-unquote, quarterback, as the extra point on the way for the Lightning. Austin Grace converts. Your backup quarterback, who's really just an out-and-out athlete more than he is a quarterback, and he delivers a room service dime. A little sense of order restored for James Lawson. They extend their lead 34-12. Scott and I will be back in 30 seconds. Main Street Prep's Thursday night game of the week is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
What an answer for James Lawson. On a drive where they were backed up deep in their own territory, 3rd and 20, they convert. And then Wilson finds Owens on a passing touchdown. Now it's kicked off. And there's been several big plays on the far sideline or near the sideline where it looks like a player's going out of bounds only to bust loose. Big return for the Spartans, but check everything. As Scott said, there is a hanky down. but it's a face mask against the Lightning.
Well, that's going to give Stratford the ball in, once again, pretty good territory. They're not going to be – they may – if that's a face mask right there, they're going to march that ball into James Lawson territory, I believe. No?
I'm with you. It depends on the spot, I guess, but –
yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Officials are
At
marching.
Probably about the 45, inside between the 40 and 45-yard line.
Oh, buddy, they're still marching. Yep.
Yeah. 42. So great. Once again, this time they actually do have field position. By the way, that last touchdown drive by Stratford, I forgot to tell you, 10 plays, 82 yards. Right? This drive by James Lawson, 7 plays, 73 yards. Whew. Big, long drives and good plays.
Justice Law, quarterback, scrambling, tucks out of bounds. He's at around the 39, maybe the 40. 3:05 to go. We're in the third quarter. James Lawson's led every step of the way tonight. Stratford fumbled it 3 times in the first quarter, but their offense has been very explosive tonight. So this game ain't over by any stretch, but it is 34-12. 3 minutes and change left in the third. Empty backfield for Law. Dropping back, fires a bullet over the middle. It is caught.
He was down.
And Vantrese White hits the turf, and then the ball came loose.
And now that was White, wasn't it? White's got a cramp.
He's got a little hitch in his giddy up as he hobbles off the field here, so to speak.
14 yards on that. Down to the 25.
This Stratford offense is going to be fun to watch all year long.
Yeah. If they had to put themselves in the hole early with the 2 touchdowns they gave up, 3 touchdowns they gave up on the turnovers, you're talking about a completely different look at this ball game.
Law from the gun. Again, an empty backfield. Fires the slant. It is hauled in by the younger brother, and Jackson Law dives into the end zone. In the blink of an eye, the PA's in on the gag here too. He says the brothers hook up for a touchdown. 2:24 to go. A absolute missile, deep slant. Law snagged it out of the sky from his older brother and then galloped some extra 10 yards into the end zone for the score.
3 plays, 43 yards. I'm going to go ahead and let you know. less than a minute taken off the clock. 50 seconds on the off the clock on that.
Mercy.
And we're right back to a point where this game is not out of hand. Again, we got a whole quarter plus 2:24 left, and you just saw a team score in 3 plays in 50 seconds. Somehow or another, Stratford's going to need a gift back from James Lawson here, a return of the favor, if you will, from earlier in this game, and they're going to have to figure out how to stop Shields, because Shields looks unstoppable right now.
Long build-up. They go for 2. It's dumped in the flat. James Lawson's 2-point conversion defense has been great these last 2 stops. They tackle the swing pass shy of the gain, and your new score, it's 34-18. Lawson still leads, but Stratford still fighting. Scott and I are going to take a timeout. We are back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Main Street Prep's Thursday night game of the week coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Let's visit with Laura from Moxie Pest Control.
What separates us from other companies in Tennessee, our mission to our customers is to always improve the quality of life. We're considered a full encompassing service, so we're going to take care of 50 plus different pests, and we'll always have your back.
Call Moxie Pest Control at 615-469-5710. That's 615-469-5710. Or visit them at moxieservices.com.
2:24 to go. This has been a wild
absolutely
third quarter. 14-6 at half. And it's 34-18 here at Lightning Stadium, just the second ever home game. Another squib kick from the Spartans. Picked up. Lightning. Good job of kind of just taking what the special teams unit was willing to give. Good little return
I'm
there.
gonna stop predicting, by the way.
Good little return there for Hawk, who had the touchdown earlier. You've
You
been on a heater tonight, my
Well,
friend.
I made my prediction. Well, no, I've not done very well. My predictions haven't. I mean, I've been all real close though, Wade.
Well, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Real
partner.
close. I mean, close enough that I could taste it. And last time I predicted they would go 3 and out, and they almost did until that one long pass play. And I'm really, really starting to like this James Lawson team just because of the grit and grind. I guess if you're a Grizzlies fan,
come on,
the grit and grind of that. So Wilson's going to be back there, and he's going to have Shields as his running back.
This has been a fun wrinkle to this ball game. The two quarterbacks who I mentioned are really just athletes, and there's the starting quarterback taking the handoff from the backup, and Shields is busting loose. He's out across midfield, and Stratford trying to send some bodies to tackle him. The adjustments from Coach Oatsball, the offensive coordinator, have been fantastic here in the second half. Stratford has really not had many answers defensively here at times in this third quarter.
No, and they looked a lot better, I will say this, in the first half. So that was 38. That's 12, 17, 18 yards on that carry.
Wilson stays in at QB. Shields is going to take a well-deserved breather on the sideline. But even though he's out this play, he's already itching to get back in. Wilson, another low snap. He picks it up, looks, fires. Hauled in by the tight end. Great grab over the middle of the field there. Stratford struggling to bring down Colson Huffman, who's had a couple of good grabs tonight. That one is going to stretch the chains yet again. First down to the 30.
13 yards. Yeah, they're just eating them up.
Just over a minute to go here in the third. Lawson's moving the ball so effectively here. You think they were the team trailing 34-18.
Yeah, exactly.
They are just marching down the field here. Under a minute now. Owens goes in motion. He caught the touchdown a minute ago. Give to him on the end around. There's a hole. Now he scoots up field.
He gone.
And he's going to score, but there's at least 2 penalty flags. Cedric Owens is in on a 30-yard end-around touchdown, but it's probably coming back here.
Right there at the point of attack, holding.
Yep. And it must have been semi-egregious because you saw not one but 2 different officials.
There's at least two flags fly out there.
And one of them had to really rear back to kind of throw it. It was a semi-obvious call, at least to those officials closest to it. Holding will bring it back. Can Stratford get the gift like you mentioned?
They need it.
3 turnovers tonight. Lawson scores 14 points off the two of the 3. And then they have a special team score to their credit. And that's really the difference in this ball game at 34-18 with 41.7 now left in the third. Anton Wilson checks in, getting the play from the sideline. He's in at quarterback. And now we have another set of penalty flags.
They did this back here a minute ago and threw a 50-yard pass. I mean.
And that may, if Stratford ends up falling, they'll have a lot of things that have gone against them at times. But you're right. 3rd and 20. Had a chance for your defense to get a stop. Your offense been rolling, and you give up a 50-yard bomb. Lawson cashes in on a score shortly thereafter. Stratford with a 3-down lineman. Trying to think about a blitz here. They do blitz from the outside. Pressure comes. Wilson has to throw a dart in the near side slot. DeMarcus Williams was the intended receiver. It's incomplete. Falls to the turf.
Good pressure on him that time. And for some reason, I don't remember seeing low snaps when Cam Shields is quarterbacking. But for some reason, when Wilson gets in there, the ball's rolling back to him. It's pretty interesting.
That's about the 4th low snap. They really only lost one, so to speak. They were able to recover and throw an incompletion. Stratford trying to buckle in here. 34-18, they trail. on the final Thursday in the month of August. Quarterback sweep all the way with Shields to the left, and Shields takes a vicious hit.
It took a couple of players to bring him down, though. If otherwise, he would still be running. He is a hard running back. What's that? Do they have this? They don't have their sizes on there. Maybe they do. No, they don't.
Altavion Frazier, the freshman, was there to greet him.
He's not huge by any means, but he's a pretty good sized kid.
Built really, like a true running back or maybe even a receiver.
Right.
But as the clock hits triple zeros at the end of the third, it's been his play at the quarterback position that has been special tonight. Shields has got 3 touchdowns, and the teams erupt for a mountain of points here in the third quarter. It is going to be 34-18. Lawson trying to maybe score and deliver a knockout blow. Scott and I will be back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute. You're listening to Main Street Prep's Thursday night game of the week coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Winning teams continually refine and add to their game plan. Just take a peek inside the Delta Dental Playbook. In addition to dental plans, Delta Dental now offers Delta Vision, a vision plan that you can add on to your dental plan for a little more than $8 a month. $8. The same math as a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Check them out at deltadentaltn.com. Delta Dental. They put the C in Tennessee.
Fourth quarter of action here on Main Street Prep's Thursday night high school game of the week coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. What a third week it has been. James Lawson has led every step tonight, but Stratford is just hanging around. They need a big third down stop in their own territory. Lawson at the Spartan 27. Wild third quarter.
And that's going to be a delay of game. It's going to push them back to the 21.
Brings up third down and 12.
And if you heard the announcer, it is third down and more than 10 now. But third down long has not scared them one bit. They're not the Lightning.
Converted a 3rd and 20. Crucial play in the third.
13.
And now, play call from the sideline. Play clock's at 10. Shields is going to take the snap at QB. He calls for it, receives it. Give up the middle to was going to go.
Good play by Law and the running back, number 24.
Altavion Frazier makes a great individual tackle. And James Lawson's going to quickly send out the punt unit. We haven't seen anything tricky, Scott, but the punt unit, they're snapping it to their best playmaker, who's the punter also tonight.
Yeah, and he's punted well. I tell you, this is a position where you better have everybody watch it, because this young man could decide to run this ball, and if he got on that corner, it'd be all over with.
It is a good snap, and the kick is away. Not a great kick, but it will be down right at the 20. So they won't net a ton, but they pin the Spartans back a little deeper. Field position was massively in favor of the Lightning in the first half. Third quarter, though, the Spartans benefited from some shorter fields.
Yeah, but two of their longest drives have been 82 yards.
Yeah.
And one of those was in 7 plays. The last one was just 3 plays, but they started at about the 40-yard line. 11:04. This is a do or die. Every time that Stratford gets the ball from now on outweighed, it's do or die. They got to get the ball in the end zone.
No margin for error. as we tick into the fourth quarter. Empty backfield. Drive begins. Hauled in, and a great individual tackle on that near side. Xavier Spratt, the linebacker, just wrestled Holbert to the turf, but Spratt might have taken the worst of that collision there.
If you're Stratford, you'll take that, though. You get your man out there and a chance to break free. And if he does, there's one-on-one out there. He could be going for a long way. As it is, you're short, you're second short. Your quarterback can pretty much cover the 4 yards that you got left if he has to scramble. So it's if it breaks loose, great. If it doesn't, you're in great shape. If you're Stratford, we hope that young man, number 52 for James Lawson, he does get up and walk off on his own. That's Xavier Spratt, defensive lineman, outside linebacker.
Looks like he's going to be all right. He did make a great open field tackle, though. And so now, 2nd and 4. Spartans are driving toward the east end zone here. And loading up, deep ball over the middle. Beautifully hit in stride. Downfield for Marquis Mitchell, the senior, 5'8", 160-pound wideout. Hauls it in. He's dropped rather quickly, but the damage has been done. The Spartans are just shy of the James Lawson 40-yard line.
They moved to 25, 26. That's 24. It's about 29 yards, probably 30.
And now a hard count. We'll get a free 5. Jumping into the neutral zone. We saw Stratford jump in the neutral zone in the third quarter. This time it's the Lightning jumping in. 10-16 to go. Week 3. This has been a fun ball game tonight, 34-18, but Stratford trying to trim the deficit further. In the slot, it is caught. Great grab by Mitchell yet again. And as Scott alluded a couple plays ago, if you get it in the flat and you don't make a one-on-one tackle, you're going to get burned. And he burns Lawson to the tune of about 12 yards there. Pushed out of bounds finally. And here come the Spartans now, knocking on the door at around the 37-yard line here. Or excuse me, the 27-yard line. Empty backfield for Law. Got to be over 300 yards.
Oh,
passing.
yeah.
Maybe close to 400 at this point. And he's looking for the bundle here. Nothing develops, though. And he just tucks it upfield.
Takes what he can get.
Yeah, takes 2 or 3 yards. You made a great point in the first half. Despite running empty backfield, 5 wideouts, the offensive line for Stratford's doing a great job tonight of blocking, giving their quarterback time.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, it's a lot because they've got a lot of people out back in. But even when they've sent 4 or 5, they've not put any pressure on them.
And Law is just taking chunks when the defense, they officially rule it no gain, though. But now Law stepping up in the pocket, and he kind of bumped into one of his linemen there, and that hole closed a little quicker than he anticipated. Good tackle kind of at the end of the play by DJ Rucker.
Pick up about 4 down to the 23.
And if you're Lawson, you're okay with that. 9:39 to go in the game. You need Stratford to score several times here to get back in this. If you can just make them keep snapping it. But right now it's 3rd and 6.
And, of course, Stratford's in 4-down territory, so this is just like a second down for them. The playbook's wide open.
Quick dart. Incomplete.
Now you start getting a little nervous.
Yeah, a little bullet over there toward the sideline. Colson Huffman, the linebacker, had pretty good coverage. Receiver may have heard some footsteps there, and he dropped the ball. Long 6 here. It's 4th and 6.
It's a long 6.
Yeah. Maybe the longest 6 I've ever seen. 4th and 6. Stratford must convert to really keep this thing alive. 9:18 to go in the ball game. Law calls for it with an empty backfield. Pocket breaks down. He takes off, and he has got a massive hole on the left. He eludes one tackler, and now he tucks out of bounds at around the 13 or so.
They cleared the whole left side out.
Yeah.
The routes cleared the whole left side out. He got loose. Easy trot for the first down to about the 12-yard line.
Kind of like an isolation in basketball right there. You're right. They just cleared it on out for him. And Law just cruises, gallops, if you will, for the first. 9:09 to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. Trips to the right. The wide side of the field is open for Law. Now he's going to call his own number, running, tucking upfield. He dives and barrels toward the end zone. Did he get in? He did. That is a big-time rushing touchdown. His rushing, again, has been fantastic tonight for Justice Law. And at the moment, it's a 10-point ball game. Now, this is a massive 2-point attempt here.
Everything seems massive.
Well, yeah.
I mean, seriously.
I try not to dabble in hyperbole, but if you could cut it to a one-possession game, you could really put
the pressure on.
Lawson has not really felt a major amount of pressure since we've really kicked off. 2-point conversion will come from the left hash. They do have the tailback Frazier in there. Twins to either side. Pressure comes. They fire in the slot to Frazier, and he's in. First time tonight that a 2-point conversion is good. And it is a 8-point margin now. Things getting a little tight here at the Lightning Stadium. It's 34-26. Scott and I'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Main Street Prep's Thursday night football coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
.901 to go in this game.
He does. He has 2.
Second rushing touchdown of the second half for Justice Law. How about that, Scott Stewart? 9:01 left in the game. Tomorrow's September 1st.
Careful. Don't scare me like that.
Happy Memphis Day to those that observe 9:01 day tomorrow. You mentioned the Grizzlies earlier, so I had to sneak that in there.
Yeah.
This is a whole new ball game. 34-26. Stratford is not going away quietly. This is another pooch attempt, and Lawson will field it cleanly. And they'll have a chance to return this. Busting out toward the left, and a shoestring tackle. Glendarius Humphrey saved a touchdown, and for now at least keeps the game at 1 possession. If you're going to pooch it at that short of a distance, you might as well just onside kick it, and they flirted with disaster. They already gave up 1 kick return for TD tonight.
Well, and they don't want to pooch kick it to number 84, who is the main kickoff returner for James Lawson. And somebody should have recognized who was over there in that spot where they were pooching it to. They pooched it right to the man you don't want to have the ball, and he was about a shoestring away from turning that into about a 60-yard touchdown.
Can the defense for Stratford buckle down? Defensive coordinator Rayshon Bell is your acting head coach tonight, with head coach Anthony Law sidelined due to illness. And on 1st and 10, a big give right up the middle.
What kind of statement is that by the coaching staff to that offensive line? We're going to give you the ball, and we're going to run the ball behind you right up the middle. And not just do that, but we're going to do it successfully for about 7 or 8 yards to start this drive off.
Second down and 5. There's an injured player on the field.
Like that play.
Whew.
I mean, I just like the call, you know?
Yep.
I mean,
kind of a little bit of a statement, you say.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot we can do. We've got a really good running back, number 20. We can do a lot of stuff, but what we're going to do is we're going to hand it right up the middle to number 11, who's been kind of a workhorse because, Cam Shields has been running the ball a lot, but I've got the young. Was his name Ware, number 11?
Mm-hmm.
I've got him with the 35 yards rushing, and those are 35 pretty hard. Pretty hard
timely yards for Peyton Ware. You are 100%
Yeah.
correct. And someone is down for the Lightning. Looks like an offensive lineman is down. Looks like JT Anderson. This has been a heck of a week 3 ball game. Scheduled to be off next week. 2 weeks' time. Looking to travel to BGA for a big Division II showdown. More on that a little bit later. But for now, 2nd and 5. They give on Shields to the outside.
Great play.
Strung out beautifully. Did he go down? Did he go down? Shields did not go down.
Are you kidding?
He fell on the backside of the would-be
Flag
tackler.
all the way over on the other side of the field, Wade.
A penalty marker does come in.
Of course, it may be on the sideline over there.
Terrence Morrow, the junior D lineman, had a beautiful individual effort to bring Shields down. And initially, it was ruled that Shields landed on the backside of Morrow, got back to his feet, sprinted 40-plus yards to pay dirt.
Everybody's looking at the man with the white hat on, Wade.
That's biggest call of the night. I think we might just have a we got offsetting penalties
that will bring that all the way back. Oh, offsetting after the play.
So the touchdown stands. Shields' 4th rushing touchdown.
Wow.
And that was one for the highlight reel.
He hit 3 men, had their hands on him. I thought he was down. I even took my eyes off the play.
I kind of did as well. Morrow looked like he was ready to deliver the knockout blow. Slings him down. But Shields plants his hand in the ground, maintains his footing. And we had penalties well downfield. But the touchdown stands, and now we have a neutral zone infraction. The last time that this happened, Lawson ended up going for 2. For now, it looks like they're going to line up and kick the PAT again. Your score, as it stands, 40-26. And now James
Now
Lawson.
they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, they're at least going to call a timeout and discuss, but presumably you're going to discuss.
Kicking the ball has been an iffy situation, so.
40-26. What a game this has been. We're going to stay here through the PAT. Real quickly, some scores of interest in Middle Tennessee. Cascade knocks off Huntland, 2 0-2 teams in a tight one, 21-14. Antioch and Cane Ridge, 2 0-2 teams. Antioch currently leading that game 18-15 in the 4th quarter. Spring Hill is on top of Maplewood, 27-6. Nolensville thumps McGavock tonight, 40-8. East Nashville, a final over John Overton, 40-0. And Stratford, they got to play East Nashville. I want to say that's their final game of the regular season.
165 yards, 4 touchdowns for young Mr. Cam Shields. By the way, a while ago we were wrong. Mr. Law has only 292 yards, but I'm sure he'll rectify that here in just a minute and be over 300.
Yeah, he's going to tip into that.
What a battle
deals.
between 2 great quarterbacks tonight.
This has been
Well, running back and / quarterback.
Both of them are in the backfield now, Wilson and Shields, who have taken turns at quarterback tonight. Shields is diving, and he got in. That's a big 2-point attempt.
Yes, it is.
And pushing the score, 42-26. 16-point game. The margin for error just got tighter for the Stratford Spartans. Can they answer? It's 42-26 when Scott and I come back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Main Street Prep's Thursday night high school football game of the week coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Back in 30.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Lightning Stadium is rocking tonight, just their second ever home game, and James Lawson leads this contest.
I think he's got the rushing record here at Lightning Field. What do you think?
You know, yeah. You caught me off guard there, partner. This will be rolling back. Stratford did not field it until the 5-yard line. And look out. Got a man loose.
Oh, boy.
And nearly.
That's a 25-yard return, and it could have gone. He could have busted that.
You know, he rolling back and picking that up, thought it might go into the end zone, but Marquai Mitchell, he put his hand in the turf, kind of like we just saw Shields a moment ago on the touchdown. And if you just joined us, 42-26 is your score. Shields just goes in for his 4th rushing touchdown tonight.
Wait a minute. Okay, I thought they were calling the team back to re-kick. My bad.
And Shields goes in, and his last touchdown is one that will go down in the at least short-lived, if not all-time, James Lawson highlight reel.
Yeah.
Planting his hand in the turf and then giddy up. He's off to the races.
Everybody gave up, including me and you.
Mercy. Stratford, though, very potent offense. They got to be perfect going forward. A little sidearm gun. That pass is caught. Law got tattooed. And we got an injury timeout because the helmet popped off. Great sportsmanship, by the way. A vicious lick delivered by DJ Rucker, who's been a wrecking ball defensively tonight. He pops the helmet off of Law, so he'll come out for a play. But Law gets up and says, hey, partner, great hit. And then Rucker grabs him and says, hey, great ball game tonight.
Yeah, it's been a battle between some really good football players. And on both sides of the ball, these guys, who no matter how this game ends up, these guys need to keep their heads up.
So the backup quarterback will technically be White, who's your star receiver. And he takes a design QB sneak, rolls to his right, and he picks up about 14 yards. Fresh set of downs. 7:30 to go in this game. Stratford does have all 3 timeouts, but they trail by 16 points here in a 42-26 contest.
Got to score fast, which they have done and can do. And, man, it seems like yesterday since the first quarter.
Whew, a lifetime. Late substitution here for the Spartans. They have trips to the left, twins to the right. They've gone 5 wide virtually the entire second half here. Stepping up, pocket breaking down for Law, and he runs into a lineman yet again. The only one that's really slowed down Law rushing the ball tonight has been his offensive lineman, who played great, by the way. That's no slight on them. They were blocking downfield, didn't know that Law was trying to sneak by him, and he ran into him and fell down. Loss of 4 after all said and done.
It was really a loss of 2. But
I thought that was a little generous. Yeah.
44-42 does not equal 4.
I digress.
Even if I know that.
PA got a little excited there. Remains an empty backfield. Law is looking, and he fires a little bullet in heavy traffic. 2 defenders in the area. Aiden Merlin and Juan Lopez were the 2 closest to the ball, and it's 3rd and 14 down.
3rd down and 14 with 6 minutes and 23 seconds remaining.
6:23 left in this ball game, Wade. We're down at the 40. And look, he lost a yard on the spot, by the way. Whew. I always love that. That's one of my favorite things. Did you know that?
So how does that happen?
Dude, I don't know.
On an incompletion. 3rd and 14. Stratford has converted a couple of long third downs tonight. Law is fleeing for his life, loading up, firing one deep. He's got a man.
But his man stopped and was coming back. He was doing what he was supposed to do. The receiver was stopping to come back, and Law had turned it loose because like he was going to keep going.
That makes it 4th down and long.
4th and 14, and with 6:12 to go, Stratford trailing by 2 touchdowns. This is absolutely do or die territory here. They'll go for it at their own 41. It's been 4-down territory virtually all night for these Spartans, who have never led tonight. Biggest play of the ball game. Pocket breaking down, and Law is sacked.
First sack of the night.
Beautiful effort in the backfield as Anthony Kennedy, one of the standout performers for this Lightning defense all night long, brings him down. Turnover on downs, and the Lightning take over at the Stratford 35.
A sack and a turnover on downs is about the only thing we haven't already had tonight, Wade, so why not?
Yeah.
Right.
Scratch that off the bingo card, partner. This has been a fantastic high school football game tonight. So many explosive plays, so many talented playmakers, and 3 first-quarter fumbles really kind of set the stage and set the tone. Stratford's been playing from behind all night long.
Those 2 touchdowns are the difference right now.
And throw in a special teams touchdown to boot. 6:04 to go. Got to think that the Lightning are just going to keep it on the ground here. That's the good news for Stratford. The bad news is they pick up 5, maybe 6 yards on this first down attempt.
Just run it right up the middle. That's once again to Ware. I'm sorry, Taylor. I was calling him Ware a while ago. No, it is Peyton Ware.
Stratford playing without their head coach tonight due to illness, playing from behind all night. They're going to really look back and wish they had a few plays had gone differently in this game, but they are a very impressive team that's most likely going to fall to 1-2 at this point.
Yeah, there's some.
Give up the middle. There goes Ware. They don't touch him till he's 7-8 yards downfield. He's got a fresh set of downs out to around the 20-yard line, just churning right up the middle with 5:08 remaining in the ball game.
They're going to look back at this and be proud of the way their team didn't give up, right? But at the end of the day, there's going to be some stuff they're going to have to look at as far as stopping the run. When they did have the opportunity to get back in this game, they just really couldn't stop and had a couple of shots to stop him, Cam Shields. And, of course, obviously the kickoff return was an anomaly, but the rest of the night, Shields has had his way with him.
Low snap for Wilson. Oh, my. And swallowed up there. They went with Ware right up the middle. And a fantastic individual play. That's Tyquavius Duncan, the freshman. By the way, Scott Stewart listed at 6'4", 320 pounds, and he had a little downhill movement about him when he made the tackle.
He did. Yeah, Mr. Ware meet the big freshman. Let's just he is eating up a lot of space down there in the middle of that defensive line, and got free. She probably felt pretty good. They're going to put Cam Shields in now at the quarterback position on this 2nd down and long.
Great play for Duncan, who left the opening drive of the ball game offensively with injury, but he's rallied back. They do snap to Shields. Shields is just busting loose down the Lightning sideline, and the body language kind of telling the tale right now. 3:40 to go in the game. It's 42-26. The Lightning are trying to put an exclamation point
16
on this
yards
game.
on that run, down inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal. James Lawson's going to have a chance here to tack on another touchdown before this game's over with, or run out the clock. And it's going to be Cam Shields back in at quarterback with Rucker behind him at the running back spot. Rucker's a beast, by the way.
He is
He's been a beast on both sides of the ball. I mean, just an aggressive beast. And he goes out in front of Shields right there.
Quarterback draw for Shields. And there are 20 of the 22 players converging as a mass of humanity at the 2-yard line where they blow it dead.
That's got to be a pretty comfortable place to be, Wade, if you're Cam Shields is running behind Rucker. You know, I mean, he's just got a nasty attitude down there, and he looking for somebody to hit. We've seen it on defense and offense. Not a dirty, actually the opposite of a dirty play.
Another good one, our good friend, we'll be broadcasting with him for Giles County ball tomorrow. Chris Bledsoe said he's the type of kid, I think he woke up in a bad mood and it got worse as the day went on, partner.
Yeah.
He's looking.
I mean, that would be where I'd want to run. Look, every
and
time
here we
he
go.
goes right behind him.
Lead block.
He goes just
Shields is in. His 5th touchdown of the night. Woo!
He will not be.
Cam Shields should garner some votes in your Delta Dental Main Street Preps Player of the Week
he could, yes.
award next week. What a performance tonight.
Don't forget to listen, by the way, to Main Street Media Preps and the Main Street Media show with Mo and Chris to talk about where they'll talk about all that.
Extra point is good. We've killed all of our timeouts, so we'll stay here. Scott, how do you like this? 18-15 versus Cheatham County week 1. They win a nail-biter 7-2 last week versus Sycamore. 25 points in their first 2 games, and tonight the Lightning have almost put up a 50-burger. It's 49-26 after the PAT.
It has been a game where you kept thinking that they were putting it away, and you kept thinking they were putting it away, and I was talking about how it was kind of like maybe just winning ugly. Let's just do whatever play I need to make next is what I'm going to make. And you kept thinking they were putting it away, and Stratford would not go away, Wade. They just would not go away. And by the end of it all, they forced James Lawson to keep scoring touchdowns. And James Lawson said, okay, that's what we're going to do. And here we are, 49-26. That drive, 6 plays, 39 yards. And it took about 2 minutes and 28 seconds.
Kickoff going to be fielded at around the 12. And a vicious tackle. There's been some big hits in this game, too. That's Daniel Hall come flying in at the end of the play to make a stop. James Lawson is going to win tonight versus Stratford. They return to action next week, right back. This is the first of 3 in a row at home. They got Centennial in a big showdown next week, and then they get Spring Hill the following week. Stratford, as we mentioned, their schedule is pretty challenging as well. They got Liberty Creek and then Sycamore. This is a week 3, 3A Stratford versus 5A James Lawson on the campus of the newest school here in the state of Tennessee. If you just joined us in our open, this is not your traditional new school, however. They've got a kind of a built-in enrollment. They'll even graduate a senior class this year as Law is going to dart out of bounds. And, you know, Shields is going to get all the props and well-deserved, of course, with 5 touchdowns. But this has been fun watching this quarterback, Justice Law, here tonight, my friend.
Absolutely. And, you know, for a while there, he was the dynamic guy in this ball game until Cam Shields just decided to put on the cape and play Superman tonight. And I even said it at that point. He was the quarterback to watch, but Cam Shields has said, I must have heard me and wasn't very happy about it.
Quick pitch in the slot. It is caught by White. It is sort of a shame that Justice Law is a senior because younger brother's a sophomore, and we see a fellow sophomore, White. Those are 2 electric receivers.
Yeah.
If those 2, that trio had another season together, it would really be explosive next year. Stratford's a team. Keep your eyes on, by the way. You and I are in Giles County's neck of the woods. At the 3A football level, they will be a team to keep your eyes on as this season goes along. Toss. And blown up on that far sideline. It was well over the head of the intended receiver, but Mario Craig was the DB. Also flying in at the end of that play was Keyshawn McElfresh. Hope I pronounced that correct, but Keyshawn getting in right at the end of this game here. How about this crowd and how about this environment here tonight, Scott? 49-26. James Lawson's about to go to 3-0. After winning 2 nail biters, they just open up 49 points.
Yeah.
On Stratford. Law, though.
On a good Stratford.
Oh, my. Just uncorking one, but into coverage. White couldn't get the separation. And Law took a hit at the end of the play. He's up and he's okay. Might be a late hit. And indeed it is. Roughing a passer. And that play, kind of like we saw another incompletion in the first half. That one was thrown even further, I think. Law threw one from 60 yards to the end zone.
Yeah.
And how many times do you see at the end of games when teams, they can't run a Hail Mary because the quarterback just can't get it that far? They don't have that issue over in East Nashville.
No problem at all. No.
They're beyond midfield now. 2:03 to go. Empty backfield. And this is bobbled. Incomplete.
Pass intent for number 6 falls incomplete. Coverage by
that is
number 13, Luke Contabalong.
Luke Contabalong coming in and making
Huda.
a little bump at the end.
That is a different name. I've not heard that one.
Luke gets one right there at the end. He gets a little props as he trots off. 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. Under 2 to go. This pass is tipped at the line, but it is caught, hauled in, now out across the 40. And a great grab off the deflection from Humphrey. 2 really good football teams tonight. Stratford just behind the 8 ball from the jump with 3 first-quarter fumbles. Or, 3 first-quarter turnovers. The opening drive, they drove all the way down the field, looking like they were going in for a score, but there was an incompletion that was tipped in the air and intercepted. Pocket breaking down here for Law, but he's looking toward the end zone. He fires off his back foot. Oh, my word. What? And he almost caught it. Nearly grabbed by Humphrey in the absolute corner of the end zone.
That was a 42-yard stripe was what that was, and it was almost just a yard short of just a little yard too long is what it was.
Law is rolling to his left, throwing across his body, and a yard shorter on that throw, and he has Humphrey out of nowhere for a touchdown. Goodness. Clock to stop, a 1:18 to go. Final few moments here over in West Nashville. In and out of the hands of White there. Again, next week we're scheduled to be off, but then in 2 weeks' time, CPA at BGA. That is going to be a big-time Division II showdown. We're proud of our schedule this year. Week 1 saw a nail-biter, Laverne knocking off West Creek.
Yep.
Last week we were in southern Middle Tennessee, Marshall County falling to a really good Shelbyville team. 3rd and 10. Pocket breaking down for Law. He ducks one, pointing traffic downfield, and he runs out of real estate. And he's going to be tackled. I think he picked up about 3.
Tackled out of bounds by number 86, Keith Carey.
Nikias Carey makes the play out of bounds.
That makes it 4th down and 7.
It's been fun to watch this kid Law tonight, too, because as we've seen, James Lawson's content just to give up a couple of yards. And sometimes you see the quarterback, they tuck it too early and take off before the hole is there, or sometimes they hang on to it too long, but great decision-making. But now it's 4th and 8, under 1 minute to play. Law fires one. Younger Law catching that one, and he has a first down. Jackson Law hauling it in. A little stat padding here. Maybe a chance, though, for the Spartans to put on a late consolation touchdown. Unless they do, it's going to end 49-26. 1st and 10, ball now at the 18-yard line. Law is rolling to his left, looking back across his body. Now he will tuck. He will run.
That may be a penalty.
Yeah,
that's a little late.
That wasn't a vicious or malicious hit by any means, but it looked a little late there.
Number 12,
Daniel Hall. But he picks up Law, and Law taps him on the helmet. Fun night of high school football here over in Bellevue.
Hadn't been to Bellevue in a long time, Wade. It was nice to be over here, although it has changed quite a bit. I will say that.
Law pocket breaking down. He fires a laser over the middle. That is nearly intercepted.
Pass by number 1.
Tried to thread an absolute needle.
Mark by Mitchell. That will be a touchdown.
Oh, and it is. It is caught. I stand corrected. Mitchell got the ball. The body language, I mean, I know the game is essentially over, but the body language for neither team indicated a touchdown there. It looked like it had been knocked away for an incompletion. Good catch by Mitchell, a deep slant.
10 plays.
The deep in routes and the deep slants have been
they have had
effective tonight.
3 massive drives.
Clock will
82, 82, and 72 yards.
Whew. 32 to 49. Another kind of a post pattern there. And Jackson Law hauls it in. So it's a 15-point game. There's only 15 seconds. Obviously, you're going to need an onside kick and basically a one-play Hail Mary and then another onside kick. But when you got this kid at quarterback, you at least got the Hail Mary part covered down.
He's well over 300 yards, by the way, now. He's going to be over 350 by the time he gets done here. Let's see. Trying to keep up with these stats as we go along because our man Russell wants these stats for the story that you're going to see on Main Street Preps from this ball game.
And there might have been a penalty. No, sorry, they're flipping the field here. And in a game where the margins were kind of thin at times, special teams is going to end up being a big factor.
Yep.
Saw the kickoff return for Lawson, but we've also seen Stratford try to PAT early tonight. That was blocked, and then their kickoff coverage has not been the greatest at times tonight. And the 2-point conversion attempts, once they decided to go for 2, they couldn't convert until just a couple of moments ago, their last couple. Here's a true onside kick attempt. And that inadvertently touches someone on Stratford, and that should end the ball game.
The ball will be down to the 51.
And the Lawson faithful.
All Lawson has to do is run out the clock.
There's you always got like a Homer or PA announcer.
They're fired up. Say, all we got to do is run the clock out.
That's right. Run it out.
The kneel down will end it here. Coach Law out tonight due to illness. Again, he's been in our thoughts this week. Hopefully a safe and speedy recovery next week. Coach Bell held it down in the interim. But tonight, it has been a night for James Lawson, baby.
270 total yards, Wade. The stat sheet is not going to show them with near as many yards, but James Lawson did with the ball. They were very efficient when they got the ball. When they had the ball, they got all the opportunities they got in deep into Stratford territory. They took advantage of them, and they took this game over. Every time that Stratford tried to come back and take it away, James Lawson said, "No, sir, thank you very much."
49-34. Coach Brian Lilly has the first year James Lawson Lightning to 3-0. Their first two contests were one possession ball games. And tonight, in the third and fourth quarters, they turned the ball to their explosive athlete and quarterback, Cam Shields, who erupts for 5 rushing touchdowns. And again, it is a final here on Main Street Preps Thursday night, 49-34. The good news, partner, is we tested all the light bulbs, I think, on the scoreboard on this in this brand new facility. After 2 low-scoring contests, we know they can get up to at least 49. What an explosion offensively tonight for the hometown Lightning.
It's, I don't know how in the world we could have sit here at the beginning of this game, Wade, and talked about how we thought that this team was going to score 49 points. All right. I don't know how we could have done that. And we sit here and watched, I think, a team continue to grow in their confidence. Obviously, they're a brand new team, and they're 3-0 now, and they're playing in a tough division. And this wasn't, they're a 5A team, and they were playing a 3A team, all that good stuff. But when you're just now starting a football team and you're 3-0, a lot to be happy about if you're a Lightning fan.
Whew. What a way to end our third week and end the month of August. Again, it is 49-34. That's a final here tonight. Scott and I are going to take a quick break. We're back in 60 seconds to wrap this thing up as the Lightning go to 3-0. You're listening to Main Street Preps Thursday night game of the week coverage presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
At Dixon Tater Shack, we take loaded baked potatoes to a whole new level. We're not just any potato joint, we're the best this side of the Mason-Dixon line. Whether you're a traditionalist who loves classic flavors or a culinary adventurer seeking bold new combinations, we've got you covered. Located at 728 East College Street. Dine in or take out. Follow us on Facebook. Call us at 615-740-7111.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
I was wrong on the yardage, Wade.
Scott said he's wrong on the yardage, but
I got 348 total for James Lawson. I was counting up wrong. 259 on the ground because Shields had 189 on his own. So 348 total, 259 of that on the ground for James Lawson.
As we break things down here, Scott, 49-34 is your final Thursday night high school game of the week coverage is presented all season long by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office alongside Scott Stewart and our producer, the great one, Justin Kulik. Wade Neely saying hello. Whew, wild game. 3 first quarter turnovers from Stratford really put them in a pressure cooker of a situation from the jump. Yeah. And as valiantly as they fought, they cut it to 8 in the fourth quarter. And then the game turned on its head when they looked like they had a third down stop. They had 2 big third down defensive chances. Yep. And Shields looked like he was brought down in the backfield. He spins, maintains his footing, and then cruises 40 yards down the sideline untouched for the score. That pushed it back up to 2 touchdowns. And that is what was really the backbreaker for these Spartans. Stratford falls to 1-2, and the brand new James Lawson High School, $150 million high school, they go to 3-0, partner, and a great win tonight and a great night of action here on Thursday night. Kind of like you predicted back in the pregame, partner. You said, well, when we show up, it's usually an entertaining game, and that was the case yet again.
They brought it tonight. 474 total yards for Stratford, 348 total yards for James Lawson. just a full-on shootout is what we wound up with, Wade. And you can't go away from here thinking that you wasted your money coming in here tonight.
No doubt about it. It was well worth the price of admission. And just think, partner, we got paid to be here tonight. I mean, I feel like we're stealing money at this point, my friend.
Don't tell Dave.
As what a great night of high school action. If you have missed us throughout the course, that will conclude our August portion of the schedule. We had 3 electric ball games, and we will take a 1-week break. We will be back on the 14th. CPA goes to BGA. We're looking for a game on the 21st, but already on the schedule, September 28th, Oakland at Siegel. October 5th, we got Ravenwood at Franklin. And October 26th, we got Brentwood Academy at MBA. This has been a electric start to Thursday night high school action. Main Street Preps, brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Any final thoughts before we get out of here, partner?
No, it's been a fun start to this season. Main Street Media Radio, proud to be able to come to these team games. A lot of these teams that we come to don't have radio presence, don't have a broadcast thing. We're glad to be able to bring these. Once again, it's all about these kids. It's not got nothing to do with Scott Stewart or Wade Neely or any coach or any fan out here. We want to come out here and highlight these kids who put their hearts and souls out on that field. And we got to do it again tonight, and can't wait for in a couple of weeks to get up there to BGA and CPA and see that one.
I look forward to it, partner. You're on vacation as well next week, or out of the office, I should say, next week. But I'll try and go on without you.
Please.
And you and I are back in the southern region of Main Street Preps land as Giles County hosts Fayetteville tomorrow night, and then Richland is set to host Wayne County. There are a massive amount of good quality football games across the Main Street Preps universe tomorrow night. Make sure you find one, and make sure you support your local paper and your local writers and your local teams. As again, your final tonight, it is James Lawson going to 3-0 with a 49-34 victory over Stratford. For Scott Stewart, for Justin Kulik, and our president and CEO, Dave Gould, I'm Wade Neely saying so long. We'll see you next time. This has been a production of Main Street Preps Thursday Night High School Football, presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Good night from Bellevue.
You've been watching the Main Street Preps Thursday Night Game of the Week. Nobody brings you more comprehensive coverage of high school sports in Middle Tennessee than Main Street Preps. The Main Street Preps Thursday Night Game of the Week was brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Remember, fans don't let fans drive drunk.